this again. He'll be 39 next week, June 24th. And he is unbelievable. He is unbelievable. By the way, the whole shows, if you like soccer and you like star power, and Fox did a great job of promoting it. Mbappe, first of all, 2 goals in the second half, and just ridiculous to his talent, obviously, and France turning it up in the second half, and you're going, holy smokes. They look like they're just a different level talent than everybody else. Now we'll see what happens. The tournament goes on, and and all those things. And this Erling Haaland from Norway, he went for a couple goals, also considered to be, for Norway, considered to be one of the best players in the world, plays for Manchester City, makes a lot of money. And then, of course, what you got from Messi, who watched these guys and went, all right, nice show, you guys. Good show. Couple young guys, both of you getting a couple of goals. I'm going to go for the hat trick. And that's what you got. So if you're a hardcore fan and like, oh, hell no, I'm in from during the day to the game's over at night, you got star power, and they all showed up. They all showed up last night in their games. It was really fun to watch. Rodrigo Del Paul, by the way, his teammate down here with Inter Miami, also part of the show last night, had an assist to Messi. And so a lot of fun things. Good, by the way, great for business for Inter Miami. Great for business to sit back, and maybe we just sometimes all need to sit back, and because somebody forgot to tell Messi, hey man, you're kind of a token and you're going to be on the team, and you look and you realize everybody on that team for Argentina, they're looking for Messi. They still know at age almost 39, he will be 39 by the time this tournament's over, still playing at an unbelievable level. The fact that he wants to be great, even because they said after that last World Cup, that'll probably be it for him, and he'll and then all of a sudden he comes over here and he gets his second win. He's playing great, got himself talking about the shape that he got in to get ready for this World Cup and what it means to him for a guy that's probably made close to $2 billion and one of the highest paid athletes we've ever had, and in team earnings as well as all the endorsements he has around the country. I mean, you can't watch the commercials. He doesn't talk in half of them. He's just there. You just get to see his face, and he's kicking a soccer ball, and he's making tons of money in all these spots. So great stuff, man. Just a great, and a reminder of what greatness is, and your drive and desire to still be so friggin' good late, man. I had to bring that up, man. I'm sorry. But you see somebody do that, and I think people are wondering, hey, is he still going to be able to play against some of these guys? And we'll see. Again, like I said, he's going to play against more athletic teams coming up and everything else. But, man, I don't care. You show up at a World Cup and you do something like that, first World Cup hat trick for him, and is now tied for the most World Cup goals ever, as he just continues to add to his greatness. Not sure what else he can really do, but incredible. Hey, by the way, Marlins go down hard last night. Jesus Luzardo not very nice to his former team. From Parkland High School, that little powerhouse up there, 7 innings pitched, 9 strikeouts for him. And, they've been beaten up pretty good in these first 2 games with all of a sudden the Phillies are looking like the Phillies were supposed to. Remember they had that bad start? We talked about that bad start, the Mets and the Phillies, like, oh, my God, they're terrible. Well, one team's picked it up. The other hasn't. But, we got all that. Giannis Antetokounmpo. Man, we got all kinds of stuff. It's heating up. You feel like it's getting close. And, everybody's getting on Milwaukee. Milwaukee's doing what they should do, man. They're squeezing everybody. They're squeezing. They've got something that's very valuable on the backside of his career, and they're going to squeeze it. And you can't get mad at people. Oh, they're jerking everybody around and not serious, and they're trying to get more people. Yeah, they're trying to get people involved here, man, before this draft to see if something better comes along. And somebody in a front office or an owner changes their mind and goes, go get them. I don't care what we have to give up. Go get them. And so they're doing their job. But it's very interesting that Jaylen Brown discussions picked up yesterday, along with the Celtics, and they're more involved, and the Celtics are feeling better, and the Heat are down here, and they're feeling better. But they're saying maybe Milwaukee's telling the Heat they need to offer more. There's something else they're not offering that they want. Man, I can't wait to see how this all plays out, folks. And I'm not sitting here making guarantees. You know, it's been Boston, Miami. I don't know if they're obviously trying to get more people involved, more leverage, you know, more potential to get a better deal. I get it, man. I get negotiations, and when you got something like this, you got 1 year. And really at the end of the day, Giannis privately and his agent have a lot of say-so in this because he's only got 1 year left on his contract. I got to believe he's got to have some Kevin Durant and James Harden in him somewhere, right? Where those guys were just openly, I don't care if I hurt your feelings. I don't want to be here. I hate playing here. This is not where I want to be. And, oh, by the way, don't trade me there. I want to go there. And it works. That league breaks down because, we'll get whatever we can. And Kevin goes, oh, no, hell no, I'm just going there. I'm not going anywhere else. You get me there, or that's it. So Giannis has got some say-so in this thing, and we're going to find out, man, because Giannis looks like he's one of those guys. Hey, listen, man, I got a little of that in me. I tell everybody what they want to hear sometimes. I don't know if you're made up that way sometimes. And I've got one daughter I've got 3 daughters that all will tell you exactly what they're thinking. And I'm like, where'd that come from? Like, you know, they let you know. And I'm like, ooh, I didn't get it from me. They must have got it from their mothers. But man, hey, what are you going to do about this? Oh, and I just tell everybody what they want to hear. I think Giannis has got some of that in him, even though privately when he talks to his agent, he's going, hey, man, I want to be here. Get me here. Well, maybe get me there too, because they're saying, hey, Boston, if Boston will pay him, or Miami. People are going, why would you want to go to Miami? If Boston's not going to give up their whole team, you're going to have a chance to be on a better team. And then again, how do you feel about Jaylen Brown? How does that all play out? What happens to Jaylen Brown, and how much of this does he hear before he pulls a major ego and says, oh, hell no, get me out of here. If you don't want me here. And meanwhile, I'm saying, why would you want to break up Tatum and Brown? In the big picture of things, in the prime of their career, why would you want to break up maybe the best, no matter what we could say, and you might try to put somebody else in there, maybe the best 1-2 punch in the NBA?
Well, whether they want to or not, I don't know that that's going to matter, right? If this guy wants to be number one. But I think Giannis is terrified of ruining his image.
He is,
and really just does not want – he spent the whole career trying to get Milwaukee to love him. They do. And, you don't want to undo that like LeBron did in one night.
But you hear all this stuff. You hear all this stuff that he's already said and how he acted. And then I heard Wilbon take a shot at him for being a prima donna and some of the stuff that's come out. And I was like, hey, listen, man, one thing about sports, I just listened coming in and they're picking on Wemby about being a bad guy and a crappy player and all he made some immature decisions.
He's got some growing up to do, man.
Yeah,
he will.
He will.
Yeah.
But this thing, and then I don't like him. I don't think he's very good for as tall as he is. I'm listening to these guys, and I'm like, I get you don't like him, okay?
Oh, is that the thing driving it? He's not very good?
Yeah, that's the next step. Okay. I mean, that's like, look, if you don't like LeBron, I do this with some of my family members that aren't big LeBron fans. And I'm like, hey, man. And they're trying to go, let's hold back, whatever. If this is political, then just tell me and we'll just stop because you've already made up your mind. But if this is basketball, are you really going to rip LeBron for what? Like being a crappy role model and getting in trouble all the time? Or, I mean, he stands for a lot of good things, man. And he's been a great player. He's been been one of the best ever.
Wemby definitely did a lot to hurt his stock in the finals, right? When he was on the biggest stage, he did some things that probably were not great. But to say that he's not a good player, like the guy was, he was the best player on a team that went to the finals.
Right.
So that's
He was. And
I don't even think there's like that. There's not even a debate.
Well,
really.
so
But
he's got some things, and now everybody's blaming coaches around him and everything else. And we got one guy calling him a communist and all this stupid ass stuff that people say, the right stuff. But anyway, so he's got a lot of growing up to do, no question. And I have noticed, you probably have too, when people get physical with him, his big thing is instead of try to get physical back, he does dirty stuff. There's no question about it. He does dirty stuff. Now we find out he's also figured out where to put his foot in a landing spot if he's trying to help, you're killing his team and sprained ankle if you come down on somebody's foot. And that's usually you're out for a while. Hopefully you don't break your ankle, but that's the landing area. So guy's free to land. But he's done some dirty things. And then I guess I didn't even realize it till a couple of days ago. I didn't realize he didn't shake hands at the end of the game. And so that brings in the whole Pistons thing. And
it's okay, man. He's young. He'll get there.
I agree. I agree. I think he wants to be great. I don't really care because, again, I'm not a San Antonio fan, but I do appreciate seeing greatness and how those young guys were going to play in that series. And listen, they fell apart at the end of the games. They did what I thought they'd do with a lot of talent, but no experience in those situations, and a coach that truly wasn't able to handle and get the most out of his guys because he looked at times like he was a deer in headlights, even though he may end up being a great coach. We've got all kinds of stuff to get to here this morning. We got something that we've been working on, and we're going to do it today. University of Miami president and CEO Joe Echeverria is going to join us this morning. Everything college football, everything college athletics, and University of Miami. There's a lot of stuff that I've been wanting to talk to him about, including that athletic director's job. We got some people out there that trying to influence and get their guy. I get it. Everybody's got a guy. We got a small area, and everybody wants to bring back this guy, and I like this guy, and this guy should get it. And so anyway, we'll get into all that stuff, man. There's a lot of stuff going on. This guy has been unbelievable behind the scenes. If you don't know much about the president, and for our business of sports, has been unbelievable. But he's also turned the whole program, everything, the medical part of this, he's turned everything around. And he's a special guy, and he's going to join us coming up here later on because he loves sports. One of the reasons I really am a big Joe fan is, and for everybody that whined and complained for years down here about Donna Shalala and all the other presidents, which, by the way, I happen to like Donna Shalala. Remember the commercials? She destroyed Sports. Somebody actually did ads against her. Political campaign stuff.
Those elections will bring out the worst in people, man.
Anyway, hey, man.
You know what's amazing about Joe, though, is there's no ego with him. In a sport that's filled with people that have massive egos, right? We just saw with Texas Tech. He doesn't want the credit for any of this stuff. He just does it. Like
most of the presidents are, I would disagree with you on one thing. Most presidents aren't out there like some of these big mouth billionaires.
Yeah, well, the Texas Tech guy did that long ass video the other day, but
yeah, he's a
probably
clown.
Not a great idea.
Yeah, he's a clown. We have some of those guys down here. They just don't act. Matter of fact, if that clown from Texas could ever get a chance, try to you might want to call Stuart Miller and find out how you can have lots of money and not run everything and tell everybody what you're going to do. Hey, we got to go to break, man. If you're looking for a truck that's built for Florida work, maybe Florida fun, head to your local South Florida Chevy dealers. Do it today, man. We got 14 dealerships throughout South Florida. Got a great Chevy lineup for you, especially with the trucks, that rugged midsize truck. Oh, yes, better known as a Chevy Colorado. One of my favorites. It is a South Florida truck, man. It is. It is a South Florida truck. It's got everything you could ever want. And then on top of that, let's jump right to the Chevy Silverados. From the custom Trail Boss to the Silverado EV with 10 models and 4 powerful engine choices, Silverado delivers an impressive balance of strength, dependability, and efficiency. So step it up, man. If you're looking for a hardworking truck, well, we got Silverado HD. Man, it's got the powerful LTZ with the premium style and substance to match. And maybe if you want to go to all the power you could ever want, the Chevy Silverado HD High Country. Boy, we got a truck for you. I always say that. It's like we've custom made a truck that's perfect, whether you're a full-time working truck, family truck, still want to get all the toys around on the weekend, enjoy South Florida lifestyle. We make a truck absolutely perfect for you and your family. Visit your local South Florida Chevy dealers today. Together, let's drive.
Listen to WQAM on the Odyssey, iHeartRadio, and TuneIn apps.
Joe, before we get back to the show here, time for weather brought to you by Tornado Roofing and Contracting, replacing roofs, roof repairs, maintenance, and hurricane impact windows and doors. Visit tornadoroofing.com. A little bit of a crap show out there. It's going to be incredibly hot today. They say like 108 degrees or something.
That's right.
And
I'm going
I think
out
the
in it.
Everglades is burning.
Yeah.
So there's air quality issues throughout.
Yeah, I could tell going down the turnpike early this morning. I was like, wow.
Yeah, it smelled like we were inside a barbecue grill.
Yeah.
Driving into work.
Anyway.
So be careful out there, I suppose. Hydrate.
Thought maybe all those rainstorms. I don't know how heavy yours were. Ours were. And it's afternoon rainstorms. Heavy. You're like, hopefully that will knock it out.
I don't think we got much rain yesterday.
You didn't?
No.
Oh, it was snapping too. The lightning and thunderwood. We had the full blown. Maybe that's a Davie thing out west in the Davie area.
Yeah. I'm about two streets away from you.
Yeah. Hey, you never know, man, where the rain's gonna be.
It's pretty funny. You're off Griffin. I'm off Sterling. It's
Yeah.
like two streets. Yeah.
Yeah.
Two little exits there. Yeah.
I'm not far away. Anyway, hey man, we got all kinds of stuff going on here, and I'll tell you what, Fox did a great job yesterday. Once I got home and did a little working out and sat back and really promoting Mbappe and the team from France, how talented they are, which I think everybody that follows the game knew how, and led by Mbappe this and Mbappe that. And then they got into Erling Haaland from Norway, who's also considered to be one of the best players in the world, and then Messi as their triple header. I thought they did a great job promoting star power as well as those teams, Argentina, Norway, and France. And then you see, those guys go out, and Haaland and Mbappe both had 2 goals, and then Messi at the end of the night goes for 3. And by the way, about 10, 15 minutes left in the game, they take him out, which is smart, and the place goes crazy. It was just, it was great. Great. Listen, the popularity, and they're showing shots back in their countries of things that are going on and outside stadium. And I saw there's 80,000 at the Meadowlands last night. There's, stadiums it's fun. Hey man, I want them to be packed. I don't want to see empty seats. I'm sick of hearing the controversy and all the other stuff, and just get back to the greatness of these players and how important it is for these teams to try to win a World Cup, try to win the championship. And so it's pretty cool stuff. And man, you see it, that team from France is just athletic as and I know there's different styles of play, but France in the second half just they turned it up about 14 notches and really played well. And then of course the Messi show last night at age 33. I can't say it enough, man. For a guy, there's a book coming out. We've been trying to get the guy. I don't know if he's working or what, but talking about Messi wanting to come here and all the things. They just got some great stories. Dave Hyde was telling me some of the stuff in the book, and just great. They want to be great till the end. We got a handful of those guys, and when I hear it, like LeBron is in his 40s and doesn't need to play. He wants to still be great. He still wants to have nights where he scores 35 points. When people count him out, he wants to feel when the legs are healthy enough that he wants to go out and look like the best player on the Lakers. Djokovic. Again, these guys have all made enough money for 9 lives. They're not doing it for the money at this point. They're doing it because they love playing, they love competing, and they love being great. And we've had some, we can go on and on about all the different sports, and Brady playing into his 40s, and Tom Brady on a mission when he leaves New England to go somewhere else and win a championship for a lot of different reasons, including, in my opinion, to show his head coach he could still play when the head coach didn't still want him. And I know they're fine with everything. But, man, you get these guys. And maybe the president of the club is this guy that came over here. And I don't think a lot of people thought Messi had much left when he got here. It's going to be kind of, he'll play and he'll have his night. He's been the best player in this MLS. And then everybody rips the MLS and stuff. But, hey, man, he wanted to win a championship. He's done it. He wanted to be the best player in the league. He is. And he's still, what he's doing, having a hat trick last night is just incredible. Incredible stuff. If you get a chance, look up the highlights. And if you didn't stay up last night or you don't care that much, because even if you're not a big soccer fan, you can appreciate a guy that's got great instincts and great talent still to do what he was able to do, scoring goals last night. Anyway, we've got a lot of other stuff to get to. Marlins go down hard again last night, early on, down for a second night in a row, and the Phillies are starting to look a lot better. They end up losing the game 8-2. We're going to have the skipper on one more game today at 1:05, and then they're coming home for 6, starting with San Francisco Giants. Oh, by the way, we're going to have tickets to give away the rest of the week, 4-packs. So stay with us for that. If that's something you would like to get, a couple of 4-pack of free tickets to go out, take your family out to a game. And then the Rangers will be in town as well. Texas Rangers in for a 3-game series. And then on top of everything else, we are sitting here waiting to find out. Every day it looks a little bit different, but a lot of people are saying it's down to Boston and down to Miami. And some say it's even. Some say Miami still looks like they're going to be the ones, and they're trying to get maybe the Heat to throw in one more piece. And so that's where we are on this Giannis Antetokounmpo. And now, everybody's kind of curious about a guy that's just coming off a great year. Had one of the best. What he did for his team might have been better than what anybody else did for their team in the NBA. Jaylen Brown. And so I think we're all kind of curious to see what's going to happen with him and see if he stays, if they keep him together, Tatum and those two are together, or do they break it up with Giannis Antetokounmpo coming in? All the debates yesterday from Giannis is now injury prone. He's going to start breaking down, and that's not the case. And he's still really good, and we could have played more games, but Milwaukee didn't want to play him. Don't look at that. And so I'm like everybody else, man. I am really curious. Everybody thinks it's going to happen here real soon. The draft is next week, and obviously those draft picks, especially for Milwaukee, are going to be really important to try to rebuild this thing. So, is there going to be a third team involved and all the other things? This is what makes it fun, man. This is what makes trades and free agency and everything else fun, and especially for this Heat team that desperately needs a star. Desperately needs a star who can score. A star. Now, you got some good players, don't get me wrong. We got a lot of good players. A star. A guy that can dominate. And they don't have a Brown, and they don't have an Antetokounmpo. I'm not saying Brown's even has any shot at coming here. I don't know. But this whole thing is, and by the way, the other guys on that list do nothing for me. What did you see some of the other names that everybody's talking about? One from Memphis, one with the Clippers. Kawhi Leonard does nothing for me, and I see from time to time he has unbelievable games, even in the playoffs.
Yeah, we had Anthony on the other day on Monday, right? And he brought up those names, and I'm with him when he said, hey, we don't make a move just to make a move, just because you're tired of it being stale.
Yeah, no.
You don't want to get locked into contracts and stuff with with bad players at this point. Worst case scenario, you have the flexibility for next year, but then you have another year of probably play-in-ish type of team, right?
Hey, man,
it's a star-driven league, man.
It is.
You need those guys there.
You are right. You are absolutely
right. And I don't know, to be quite honest, I don't know what people think of Jaylen Brown at this point. We haven't gotten a ton of reaction about it. I don't know. Maybe people don't know a ton about him.
I think part of the problem when I hear is people just don't like him. It has nothing. So I tried.
What's not to like? I get the comments he made after the season didn't go over particularly well, but what else is there about him that people don't like? And I don't know a ton about him. He seems relatively quiet. He's definitely not a member of that, that whole fraternity guys, right?
And if you watch ESPN, Stephen A goes after him hard.
He did.
And by the way,
got in a little fight.
He goes back after. He doesn't back down from anybody. And if that bothers, so that's going to bother people.
Mm-hmm.
But at the end of the day, he was almost 29 points a game, and he led his team to 56 regular season games.
Joe.
So, yeah, I don't know if he's top 3 or 4.
No, he's not.
But he was up there. Listen, I'm with you, man. He had a great year, and he got his partner back at about half of what he usually looks like. Tatum basically kind of tipped around there and hit long jumpers. He had some good games, but he was very careful the way he played.
But that's the kind of move you want to make, right? A guy who's a star in his prime.
29 years old.
He's in his prime.
Takes care of himself, stays pretty healthy.
That's the kind of guy you want.
Yeah. No, hey, man, you have to sell me. He's a cow guy. They need a cow guy on that team.
Everyone needs a cow guy in their life.
Needs that. Bring a little Aaron Rodgers and
we can skip on Aaron Rodgers. You and Jaylen Brown can have the town, okay?
No, I knew that. Hey,
he's too smart, Aaron Rodgers. We can't have too much smart.
I got news for you. Mr. Brown's a sharp cookie too. All right, we got to go to break here. We got a lot of stuff to get to here this morning. After I got to tell you, man, great job by Fox last night of really promoting the star power, and the star power didn't just get promoted. They lived up to what the hype was all about. It was pretty cool last night for hardcore soccer fans. I don't know how many of those nights we're going to have like that, man. But 7 goals between those 3 guys as 3 of the best players, I guess, still in the world. We have to put Messi, man. When Messi goes, I may change leagues, but don't count me out there, brothers. Hey, when you sign your insurance policy for some brokers, that's the finish line. Handshake, commission, done. Then you may not hear from them again until it's time for that renewal. Your business runs all year, and so do the gaps and the risks. That's why I'm introducing you, South Florida, to Super Sure. If your company has more than 25 employees, whether you're the owner, CFO, or HR manager, it can be too complex to just buy a policy online. Super Sure is the super agency built for you, licensed in every state for your business insurance and employee benefits, all with year-round support for you and your team. At supersure.com, you can access tools like fine print facts, which translates your current policy into plain English so you can see what's covered and what's not. Plus, a business value calculator so you can estimate what your business is worth so you know what actually needs protecting. Go to supersure.com. One super agency, one powerful platform, all your policies in one place. Go to supersure.com. That's supersure.com, paid for by Supersure Insurance Agency, LLC, a licensed insurance agency.
Joy, you can celebrate the summer of soccer with the BQM this Friday at our home at the Citadel in Miami, starting at noon every hour. One lucky fan gets a shot to win up to $10,000 in our Soccer Kick Challenge. Enjoy complimentary global food samples from Wild Fork, Cafecito from La Llave, rooftop vibes with Al Capone, and you can meet Heat legend Udonis Haslem aboard the Hard Rock Bet Bus. Plus games, giveaways, prizes, and match day excitement. Come for the soccer, stay for the vibes. The summer of soccer at the Citadel in Miami, Friday at noon. Sponsored by Michelob Ultra, official beer sponsor of the FIFA World Cup 2026. By La Llave, Smooth Espresso. By your South Florida Chevy dealers, Al Capone Sweet and hand-rolled cognac cigars, Wild Fork Neighborhood Meat and Seafood Market, Hard Rock Bets Sportsbook, and by Verizon, an official sponsor of the FIFA World Cup 2026.
Man, Woody, that's a mouthful right there. That's one hell of a party on Friday right there, man. That is one hell of a party here at Citadel. That should, man, if you don't have a place to go, looking for some place in this area, man, love to have you. Want to pull off 95 and head east a little bit, and here we are, man. Love to see you out here. Got restaurants back there and the whole works for you to enjoy yourself. Have a couple cold ones, celebrate a little bit, enjoy. It's actually a holiday anyway if you're going out. So anyway, love to see you down here. Hopefully you'll be able to make it. We've got this Giannis Antetokounmpo deal, and now sprinkled in with a little Jaylen Brown and relationships, and it's not just Giannis is getting traded. Everybody admits it. Milwaukee's waiting, squeezing everybody to get the best deal that, oh, by the way, Giannis will sign off on. Because if Giannis doesn't sign off and agree to an extension, makes no sense to give up a lot for a guy you're going to have for 1 year. Meanwhile, you got Giannis being the nicest guy in the world, at least to the public, thinking, like he's almost, well, if I have to stay in Milwaukee, I'd be fine. He doesn't say anything. He really cares about his image.
I can't remember a disgruntled star that cares this much about people thinking highly of him.
Well, don't worry, because Milwaukee's gotten the other side of this. And the agent usually, although today's players will let you know when they're disgruntled, but usually it's the agent that's the bad guy. He calls the team and goes, we're not happy. We want out. We told you we want out. I don't know how many times. And then, Giannis talks to the media before the game and he goes, oh, this has been my home. I want a better team around me. But, and you're like, geez, man.
Milwaukee's going to make out okay in this thing too, right? Like they are going to get a pretty decent haul.
They're going to have to
for
hit
this guy.
They're going to have to hit on draft picks. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, this isn't like the LeBron situation where they waited it out till free agency and he just stuck it to him at the last second there. Like it's not going to be that kind of situation.
He is not going back to Milwaukee.
No.
That's the only thing I feel pretty confident about is Giannis is not going back to Milwaukee's not going to go, well, we changed our mind again. We're keeping him.
At this point, man, I think anything is on the table, but I mean, you would think not.
Well, Boston, I got a call from good old Boston last night from one of my football guys up there, and he said, hey, man, what are you hearing? I go, we felt pretty good. We thought we were in the driver's seat here driving the bus, but, well, we're kind of feeling like there might be 2 seats in the front end because we feel like we're right there now too. Anyway, so we'll should know, man. It could happen, and love to see it happen, next few days, and why we got everything else going on here. And there's a lot of different parts to it. First of all, I don't know how Celtic fans feel about this, but do you really? I can't imagine Celtic fans not liking Jaylen Brown. Usually fan bases like good players, even if you may not like certain things they say, you still like, yeah, it's my guy saying it. I don't care. Don't worry about it.
You believe Stephen A was making that stuff up? I do give the guy, like, I'm not the biggest fan in the world, but I give him a little bit of credit for going out. He goes out there.
He does.
He's must know people.
But what do you get? What's he get out of going, you better stop right now because I got a lot of stuff on you don't want out? Like,
well, besides
like
views, I mean, people wanting to tune in to see what he's got to say, I guess, when he does that. But I can't imagine he would just make something like that up out of,
I don't know, man. But
thin air. But
let me
right?
ask you.
Do you I'm asking you,
I don't
do you
care.
think he just made that
No,
up?
I don't. But I don't think Boston Celtic fans care what Stephen A. Smith is saying about a guy that led their team to 56
Well,
wins.
yeah, I don't care what their fans think either, but
that was a great story. It was one of the 2 or 3 best stories in the NBA
he
this year.
implied
Was
that
the
the
Celtics.
organization was not crazy about him. And so,
Okay.
again, I imagine that he has sources at these teams to some extent.
Look at man.
So I don't think he made it up.
Now, I will say this. If Jaylen Brown has come out and said this stuff's – because he could be one of those guys said, you're already putting me out there on Trace. Now I want out. I don't want to come back here.
Yeah.
I'll go somewhere else, and I'm going to do exactly what I did this year. I'll do it somewhere else. So that could be going on behind the scenes, like Giannis, who's like, I don't know what this is all about. I love Milwaukee. I don't know what this is all about. All right, so what? I don't sleep in the hotels where you guys sleep, and I'm not on time for planes. I make you guys wait, and I get 22 parking spots, including yours. Yeah, man. This is
the stuff is frustrating for fans, and everyone's going to rip the league, but the league has never been doing better than it is right now.
I got news for you. This saw the numbers. I wasn't going to say anything because I thought you might be doing the numbers.
I do have the specific numbers for the headlines if you want to hold off, but yes, they were very good.
But it was just a reminder of the greatness
of
the guy that played in the 90s. His numbers,
yes,
they had them.
It was, yeah.
He thought he was doing football games back then. He thought he was playing in football games. Some of the numbers MJ was getting. All right.
Has there ever been a star that's been that close to rival, like when you would tune in? Because I was young. I think those finals you're talking about, I was 12, 13 years old.
We did all of our shows. I was at NBC in the old building down in Miami, right now, and it was a Miami Arena at the time, and we were next door. And everything we did, and he was on every Saturday or Sunday, game of the week on NBC. That led right into the news, and it was like they hyped it up like, hey, we're getting big numbers. We got MJ. It's gonna be big numbers. So hey, let's get ready to go. And
so nobody's been able to move the needle like that guy.
Well, let's be honest. Is Tiger? Has anybody moved the meter? Either nothing against the PGA, which getting ready for the U.S. Open starts tomorrow. Yeah, exactly. And haven't been the same without Tiger. And it's they still got great golfers. Don't get me wrong. They're really good golfers. They're on 2 tours now, by the way. But
oh yeah, I know the U.S. Open starting because I saw Rory McIlroy was rambling about LIV again.
But I will tell you, nothing against Rory. Nothing.
What an exhausting sport.
It's not exhausting. They just don't have Tiger.
Yeah, but the back and forth, the fighting between these 2 leagues, like, man, oh, man. Get it together. Didn't that thing run out of money? Didn't they pull the funding? No one likes it.
They're out looking for funding from everybody, showing them how they can make a profit in like 3 years. We're showing you with the group of guys that are committed to staying here on the LIV Tour, would you be interested?
So you can either light your money on fire or you can give it to those guys for their their We Wear Shorts golf tour.
That's kind of like giving your buddy, your buddy. It's almost like your buddy says, hey, I'm going to pay this back, but I need $2,000. I swear I'll get it back to you.
Yeah.
And never.
They go, hey, it's golf, but it's really cool, man.
Never
we wear shorts and we have DJs and we're really cool.
We don't get any crowds in this country at all.
We're not very likable people, but, it's a cool product.
I got to tell you, the PGA event down here did not get great numbers at Trump Corral. No,
I didn't see any of it.
Did not do well.
Golf is a sport that I think is difficult to watch if you don't have a significant amount of free time.
But when Tiger was playing and Phil and Tiger, apparently people had a lot of time because they're going out Wednesday to watch him hit golf balls on the practice range.
Yeah, we just got to find a course that Phil's welcome at now.
All right. Hey, listen.
After his little situation, remember?
Who?
Phil. I did the story last 2 weeks ago.
I know, but you're hitting something like Phil's
I'm saying we got to find somewhere where he could, he's welcome.
He's 55. He can go to any club. He's fighting this. He said she made it up. Hey, right now I want to tell you about something else very important. Hurricane season is here. Loctite Impact Windows, Doors, and Roofing is ready to help you. And if it has anything to do with finances, Boy, I'll tell you what. First of all, let's talk products. Their window hurricane category 5 rated. Loctite Impact provides 100% financing with zero down, no interest, and no payments for 1 year. Old leaky roof, replace your old roof now. You can pay later. Plus, roofing repairs. Oh, yeah. Loctite does that too for you. 24/7 to get through this rainy season. You know you got some problems with that roof. Call them. Let them patch it up for you till you decide to make that big move and get that new roof. Best part of the whole thing is Impact Windows as low as $6 per month per window installed. These are all great deals to help you out. Don't wait for the storm. Get the deal of a lifetime today. Keep your home protected. Chev always says, the CEO over there says, hey, man, there's only one thing you can do. You can't control hurricanes and all the crazy weather. All you can do is protect your home with the best products. And that's what Loctite Impact Windows, Doors, and Roofing are all about. Covering all of South Florida. Doing everything from start to finish, permits and everything else. Just call 954-500-LOCK. They got a great staff ready to answer all your questions and get you started. Or you can go to LoctiteImpact.com for more information.
WQAM broadcast. And now, the new home of the two-time World Series winner, Miami Marlins.
Powered by Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys.
Call 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
This update is brought to you by Doral Kia in Miami. At a Domino's game, you always find your abuelito. And when you want a low price, you save with your Pricito. Save now with your Pricito at Doral Kia. Starting with the Marlins, who fell to the Phillies 8-2. Miami look to avoid the sweep this afternoon with the first pitch at 1:05 from Citizens Bank Park. You can catch the game on 5:60 a.m. And in the World Cup, Lionel Messi scored a hat trick in Argentina's 3-0 win over Algeria. Messi is now tied for the most World Cup goals ever with 16. Time for weather, brought to you by Tornado Roofing and Contracting. Storm season is coming. Make sure your home is ready. Get your free roof and window estimate today. Visit tornadoroofing.com. The city is burning in more ways than one here today, Joe. We got fires and very hot temperatures out there.
Well, I got to tell you,
Stay safe.
They were on fire last night with all the messy parties going on everywhere. Holy smokes, man. Just a reminder. And listen, I'm being real honest about this. And I know some of you are hardcore football fans only. Some of you are football and basketball fans. We got hockey fans. And we always want to think our sport is and our players are the best. Listen, there is nothing close. I was reminded last night on a world stage of just how good Messi is and how important he is and the way Fox on the shows promoted him. And I'm not saying he's the best player in the world right now, Mbappe or Erling Haaland, whoever it might be. There's still a bunch of great players out there from different countries. But this guy last game of the night in Kansas City has 3 goals. Had the hat trick, and he's done. This is a guy that's going to be 39 years old. And listen, it's different level. You can talk about the biggest stars in this town right now or in recent years, and he's it. That's why, and it's over. That's why when this little riff with the fans, part of the fans, the original fan base of Inter Miami was not happy, and I'm like, not happy. You're going to see something you're never going to see again. Long after he's gone, you're not going to ever have anybody like him again, ever. He might be, and most people will say he's the greatest player of all time. He just decided at 39 he still wants to be really good. I see some of these lists. Some of them still have him as a top 10 player in the world at age 39. Now, I don't know. There's people out there that know more about the Premier League and La Liga League and Barcelona and Real Madrid and all their great players and how they match up. And I get you. Some of you hold it against him that he's over here in the MLS. But he's not on a vacation over here. They talked about he got in great shape so that he can not only play great here, but so he could get ready to make one more run and not embarrass himself and still play like one of the great players in the world. And that's what he did last night. So, and again, I'm not from Argentina, but I appreciate greatness. I appreciate greatness from anybody, and he's got it. And he's still at this level. When you get those guys, hey, you know who I've changed my whole tune on? Never been a big Djokovic fan, but the guy's 38, 39 years old, just about same age as Messi, and still one of 3 or 4 best players in the world. Not the best player in the world anymore. Can't play in the majors. Can't win 3 out of 5 sets for 2 weeks. Can't do it. Not. He just gets gas. He just wears him out. He gets injured, but he's still driven not to just show up and lose in the first round and they can promote him and he maybe gets a little fee for being there. This man is trying to win tournaments. He's still, and again, we're talking about guys got enough money, have made enough money. Do you realize that Messi has made in his career almost $2 billion? You make $2 billion, you can Floyd Mayweather your money all you want. You got plenty left. Like, he wants to be at this point what he's earned like $1.2 billion in earnings, playing $600-700 million in endorsements. You see him, hell, you're not surprised by that. Whether it's a beer commercial, whether it's a bank, it's all him. It's him. Hell, he doesn't even have to talk in the commercial. They just go, kick the ball a couple of times and put a jersey on, will you?
He seems to be very likable, too. Like, very easy to like.
I don't know what he's like personally. I truly, I don't know if he blows people off.
I don't think
he
know
is,
man. I saw those pictures that he's taking pictures of people at Publix.
I just think
he's that kind of stuff. Like,
I just think he's a great player.
Right.
Look at, man, if you're really good, we'll put up with a lot with our. It's like, yeah, we know he's a jerk. He's our jerk.
Well, we know that, but yeah, you'll put up a lot as long as the guy's good. Yes.
But once a guy is not good and starts saying stupid stuff, and then all of a sudden,
there's no better example of that than the receiver that we had here, right? He might be the best example of you will put up with a lot when the guy's good.
So I was at the last practice. I went over there. It was kind of loose and at the end, and they're getting ready to break, and that was going to be it for camp, which I didn't know, but they knew. And so I don't want to say his name, but one of the coaches came over, and we were just talking, making small talk. They were stretching before practice, and so I was just standing.
This
there.
is recently. You're talking about like at OTAs?
Yeah. Last practice, last one, week ago, week and a half, whenever it was. So, and again, I'm just out there trying to get guests set up and shake hands and kiss babies and get to know new guys. So to help selfishly for me.
Well, you need to be well liked over there.
Well, I'm getting a fresh start because all the guys who really dislike me are gone. So anyway, we're out there talking, and he goes, man, and we got talking about Tyreek Hill. And he go, I got to tell you, man, the Tyreek Hill on the football field, and these guys all been around. They're going, we never seen anything like it. He wanted to be great every time he played. He said, again, and I go, and before I even said it, they go, I know. Just every time he'd leave the facility, you worried about him.
I don't think you could play at that high of a level, and I think Antonio Brown's probably another really good example, right? To play at that high of a level, but off the field just be a complete disaster. But
yeah. We saw him even when he'd come back, second, third, fourth time, you could go, he's smoking us. We're up in Tampa, and he's running all over the place. And we have our number one corner on him, and he's running. I don't know if you remember the game he had in that game where they beat us badly. And
well, Antonio Brown's workouts were, I mean, you see the videos from his,
legendary. Those guys, the workouts that those guys have. There's 3 or 4 receivers that work out down here, and they put out stuff every day. Like other guys from the league were coming down. I got to get in on this. I got to see how you're running your routes and what are you doing to stay in, and they race each other and just like kids. They're the things they could do, but we were talking about him, and that's why I think fans really overall, I don't think it was just me, because I was like, man, he's a pain in the ass, but man, there's nothing like him on the field, and you see the respect he gets, and he walks out on the field, and he's like, I'm the best player. Everybody knows I'm the best player here.
Well, look, man, even Tom Brady got involved, and Brady knew exactly what he was getting into with that guy.
Exactly did. He said, I'll take care of him. He's that good.
Yep.
So
there's your example of what guys are willing to do.
But
if you play.
But then, it just, but it does.
Snowballed pretty badly.
The off season, just whether it's at a boat, whether it's shaking the kid over the top of a balcony, or whether it's
running drills in your backyard.
Drills in your backyard with a mother of one of the campers, and you just can't make this.
Yeah.
I mean, that's just something. We didn't mention the biggest one on at the opener. We thought it was a prank.
In the parking lot,
Everybody thought it was a prank, going, God, how would somebody come up with something like how that mean to think before an opener that our best player's out getting arrested? Get out of here in front of the stadium. That's funny. That's kind of funny. It's kind of weird you'd send it to me. And then it was like, no, this thing's real.
And he still showed up and played.
Then and has a winning touchdown. Yeah. Runs 80 yards at the end of the game.
No issues with that guy on the field. Off
None.
the field, horrific.
And by the way, he could block out life. Like some of the stuff that he has carrying
Yeah.
over me with baby mama drama and baby's mamas.
That is interesting
I
too,
couldn't-
because we've had a lot of guys that
They
have
could
gotten
just
in
block
trouble
stuff
that
out.
have not been able to block stuff out, right?
I got to tell you, the great ones block it out.
Yeah.
I could go through a list of guys through the years that have had things happen
Mm-hmm.
and it never affected. Kobe is going back and forth, going to and coming home and hitting 36 in LA. And then,
I mean, these guys are so mentally tough though when it comes to sports. Just whatever happens, some switch flips when they leave.
And it doesn't, once they get on the court, on the field,
Yep.
they don't hear anything. Let's play. And hey, man, that's not easy to do.
Look at the quarterback in Cleveland. That guy's a mess. Something happened. That guy's not able to block out what's going on. The kicker in Baltimore.
Yeah.
That guy all of a sudden can't make an extra point.
The guy's was on his way to maybe being the greatest field goal kicker of all time. All of a sudden,
you find out you're doing some stuff on the side there. Not so good.
Yeah, no, man. But we start this thing. Did this all start because of Messi's greatness?
Yeah. I don't know how we got to this.
Well, I got to tell you, they were showing parties last night, and we might as well call them, instead of World Cup parties, Messi parties, because I saw a lot of Messi jerseys. And there's a whole bunch of Messi jerseys according to where he's played and who he's playing for now. And
isn't it funny, the shift in stories now from Messi? You go from the fans aren't getting along with him at the local games to the guy's about to set the record for most ever goals in the World Cup.
I would like to think maybe they're going, maybe we need to cool down on that thing and stop blowing off the greatest player of all time and just enjoy it. That's what I think they should be saying. What do you think, Woody? That's what I would do.
I still think everyone should wave to each other, Joe.
I got to tell you, the Moss family, nobody can feel better when they come back.
Their business could be doing well, huh? Jeez.
I tell you what, those Moss brothers put together this game plan, and it's gone pretty well. Would you agree? Like, all right, we're getting Messi. And then you're like, well, what do you think he's got left? I mean, it's great. We're getting it. He's going to make a lot of money. Apple TV, Adidas, all this stuff. And we're going to pay him a little more than everybody else does in this league because it's going to be good for the league. They couldn't tell me they thought he was going to be this good.
Well, I don't think when they got involved in that team, they would have thought it was going to be this big.
Well,
right? I mean, who knew if it was going to catch on down here?
$1.5, $1.6 billion of value. It's now valued like some of the big teams overseas. It's got that kind of value now. Anyway, yeah, the Messi magic, man. 3 goals last night, and fun night, man, of superstars playing like superstars. If you watched all 3 games, I couldn't turn the second half off with this thing in France. I might have some Woody, I might be moving over there. This thing, I didn't realize how good their team is. And they got the best club team in the world over there.
Where are you moving?
I think France, over to France. The people like me over there. It was good.
You got that place over there, right?
I don't have a place over
Not
there.
yet.
You stop. No, my wife's trying to get a place in Italy. She likes Italy.
Oh, nice.
She thinks all of a
Can
sudden.
you lock one down by a couple weeks here so I can stay there?
And by the way, my wife's starting to think she's part Italian. She talks about Italy so much.
Yeah.
I want to talk to you about something we can all agree on. President Melissa De Verona at Chill Zone Air Conditioning, thank you so much. I want to share what happened to me because I know it's going to happen to you too. So the air conditioning unit in the back goes out. So got to call somebody. Go, all right, let's call Chill Zone Air Conditioning. So I call him, and Melissa answered the phone like she told me. Now, I believed her when she was in here, and she goes, I told you I take all the calls, Joe, and well, what's going on? It's hot out, and we've been real busy, but, it's all good. And I said, and she goes, oh, my God, okay, we'll get out tomorrow. And I called her in the afternoon, and she gave me a time between 4 and 6 o'clock. She said, we'll do it. So sure enough, and so she said at 4 o'clock, I get a call. She says they're going to be there at like 5:12. And I laughed. She gave 5:12. And at 5:11 or 5:13, like 1 minute one way or the other, Michael comes in, Chill Zone Air Conditioning on one of the trucks, comes in, takes care of the problem, had the part with him, put it in, and no hidden cost. Told me what it was going to be. Need a new air conditioning unit on time. knowledgeable people that have been with Chill Zone Air Conditioning a long time. If you're frustrated with the air conditioning company you've been using, either the big man doesn't have time for you, or you're just feeling like they have no idea what they're doing, they're not on time. Why are you out here? You have no clue what the problem is. If you've had that happen, go to Chill Zone Air Conditioning. Go to chillzoneac.com. Stay chill with Chill Zone Air Conditioning. Tell them you heard it right here on 104.3 WQAM. Oh, Big Mouth Joe Rose was talking about you, man. That man really likes you, Melissa, and he loves your company, too. I got to tell you, they cover all of South Florida, whether you need repairs, whether you need a new air conditioning unit, duct cleaning, or anything else. Remember that name, Chill Zone Air Conditioning, 786-378-2778. Call them. Hey, welcome back, and good morning to everybody. Now, even if you're a casual, I can't speak for everybody. I just turned it on because I was home early in the afternoon to catch the end of the first half with France and Senegal, and then the whole second half with the Mbappe show last night, which was very impressive. Couple goals for him, also considered to be one of the best players, obviously, in soccer. But yeah, he had 3 great games last night. Norway looked great. Erling Haaland and obviously Messi with the hat trick as well. So you got star power playing like stars last night of their teams, all getting wins last night, and a lot more games to come for everybody. And the parties, oh my God. Everywhere you go, even restaurants, they're like promoting World Cup fever here. Come grab a cold one.
You know who else has a party?
We're watching the game. Well, I was hoping you were going to tell us about your party.
Well, Joe, you can celebrate the summer of soccer with WQM this Friday at our home right here at the Citadel in Miami. We'll get it going at noon every hour. One lucky fan will get a shot to win up to $10,000 in our Soccer Kick Challenge. You can enjoy complimentary global food samples from Wild Fork, Cafecito from La Llave, Rooftop Vibes with Al Capone, and here's a nice one, Joe. You can meet Heat legend Udonis Haslem aboard the Hard Rock Bet bus. Of games, giveaways, prizes, match day excitement. Come for the soccer, stay for the vibes. The summer of soccer at the Citadel in Miami. Friday at noon, sponsored by Michelob Ultra, official beer sponsor of the FIFA World Cup 2026. By La Llave Smooth Espresso. By your South Florida Chevy dealers, Al Capone Sweet Hand-Rolled Cognac Cigars, Wild Fork Neighborhood Meat and Seafood Market, Hard Rock Bet Sportsbook, and by Verizon, an official sponsor of the FIFA World Cup 2026.
Take a deep breath, Woody. That was a lot.
Yeah. It's a big event.
It's a big event.
We're looking forward to it.
Big event.
That's going to be fun.
Friday.
UD is going to be here. You can't go wrong with UD.
Yeah, but do me a favor, man.
Well, that's why I'm going to have my son come with. I won't ask for him to sign. My son will.
Just take a picture.
Yeah.
Don't sign, bro. Don't have him sign.
It's okay. He doesn't mind. UD doesn't mind. Probably.
There's people around. Don't do it.
So what does it mean there's people around? What does that mean?
You know what you're guilty of?
I know a young Joe Rose was waiting outside of Candlestick Park for autographs, okay?
I did.
What's wrong with kids getting autographs?
I waited for Willie Mays and Willie McCovey. I did.
Oh.
And by the way, a very young Bobby Bonds out in right field.
Wow.
Barry's father.
I know.
Anyway.
I've heard.
A lot. A lot working with me. That's a good one. I know, Joe. I've heard it 100 times. Your dad used to tell the same stories, over and over.
Yeah.
Like, hey, Dad, you told me that. I remember. I could tell you. And I tell him this. Oh, I told you, huh? Yeah, you've told me like 17 times. Now I'm that guy. Now I'm doing that.
Yeah, but I don't like the hypocrisy. Like, you were out there getting autographs. Let the kids get their autographs, all right?
I don't know what I was trying. Well,
it's just weird because it's turned into a business now. And it wasn't, obviously, when you were younger, it wasn't a business.
Well, I could tell you the players feel like it is. I can't even imagine. You got your signature's worth a lot.
The weirdest one I ever saw, and I've seen a lot of autograph collectors out there, but the weirdest one, I think, you were with me. Remember when we were in Charlotte for the ACC kickoff, the media days, and there was a dude waiting in the lobby of the hotel with a duffel bag.
Yeah, that was weird.
He had a duffel bag filled with little mini helmets and pictures and stuff, and he was just waiting on the players to walk.
He had a handful of guys that he knew in the ACC that were really good players.
Yeah.
And I figured his act out real quickly, looking at it, and
a big bag full of crap.
He did.
Yeah.
And he was trying to get off. And by the way, those guys do a lot of homework now. They're not just getting it from the walk-on. Well, of course, they know all the players that are there, the best players on the team. They bring with them for those things. But
be a lot of good players there this year, I'm sure. Miami will have some.
Who did Miami take that ACC meeting last year, off top of your head?
Carson Beck, Maui Noah, and
I don't remember.
Maybe Ruben?
I don't think Ruben went.
I know it was Maui Noah and Carson Beck. My son has a picture of both of them.
I think it was a linebacker. I think it was a linebacker. Was the linebacker?
I don't know who else was there.
Anyway, doesn't matter.
My memory's not so
No,
great.
no, that's good. That's a good sign.
I know Cam Ward was there the year before.
Yeah, we had Cam.
Remember that one?
I do remember that.
And I
First overall
imagine
pick.
the quarterback will be there again this year.
I agree. He should be.
Yeah,
Because they're gonna be throwing for a lot of yards. He should
and will be there, by the way.
He will. And speaking of joining us this morning, we don't get this very often. The president and CEO of the University of Miami, Joe Echeverria, is going to join us. And we're going to talk everything, man. Everything from athletic director job. We know it's still out there. We'll talk a little bit about Mario and Jay Lucas, transfer portal, NIL, all this talk, and where the ACC fits in, the Protect College Sports Act, and Nick Saban standing up in front of everybody telling me, this ran me out of the game. I just couldn't take it anymore. And including the Brendan Sorsby ruling that just took place. And he finally said, hey, I ain't taking a chance. I'm jumping in the supplemental draft. So we got a lot to get to with Joe Nice Enough, and runs every part of the university and the health system as well, the academics, and has built up 2 really good programs right now in football and in basketball. So we'll talk to him, get caught up with everything with him. I always wonder the guys that set this up. They are like, oh, well, they want to make. I said, Joe's fine, man. Joe's a regular guy. Joe's okay. Joe's all in on sports. One thing we don't have to hear from fans anymore, we need to get a president that cares about sports. That's over officially.
He stands out there at the practices in that suit.
I know.
Always those nice suits. In the last practice we were at, remember, it was raining pretty good.
It was.
And he's standing out there in that suit.
Standing right out there with the gang.
We're all complaining about the heat and sweating like pigs.
They got parents coming in on recruiting trips with their kids, and he's over shaking hands, and he is besides everything else he does with the university and U Health system is huge. And that's his baby too. But that's a lot, man. You start dealing with sports egos and doctors' egos. That's as big as it gets. That's a lot of ego. All right. Hey, besides all that, Woody, we've got to get all caught up here. Giannis Antetokounmpo. We are on the watch here, Heat fans. We are on the watch to see. Boston seems to think they're picking up some steam on us right now, and they're going to have a chance. And then if they somehow get him, what happens with Jaylen Brown? I, for life of me, don't understand why you don't keep Brown and Tatum together. Just, what are you doing? What are you doing, man? I don't know. And so anyway, we got a lot of stuff to get to here. Soccer was fantastic last night. I did not stay awake to see the last game. I'd be a total fraud if I told you I stayed up. I think it was started at 9 o'clock last night, the Messi game. But he was spectacular. He was unbelievable again. Just incredible for a guy. It's going to be 39 next week. Incredible. Run around scoring goals like that. Atlantic Men's Clinic, ED and Low T. Let's talk about it, man. Guys don't like to hear about it. I'll talk about it for you. Hey, look, low T is going to happen to every guy out there. And at some point, it really starts to affect you. Your energy level is shot. You get foggy. You usually, when you're not active, by the way, and you still eat the same amount of food, your wife's still a really good cook. And so you're still eating the same amount. And, she made a special dessert. Next thing you know, you've gained 20, 25 pounds. And you're going, oh, my God, what do I do? Well, you got to get active. And Atlantic Men's Clinic can help you. And ED usually follows low T. Will happen to every guy out there. Any man that tells you I've never had ED in my life is liar, liar, pants on fire. It's just not true. Happens to every guy out there. Some guys in their early 40s. Half the men in their 50s are dealing with it. I got to 60 and I was dealing with it too. And I got to tell you, it's one thing when it's hit and miss. It's another when it's totally gone in the bedroom. And that's what happened to me. And finally, I went to Atlantic Men's Clinic. Did not want to go. It's the best thing I ever did. Best meeting I ended up going to that I really didn't want to go to. I got the PSA test. I met with these people, this professional staff, and got the results. They put me on a program right away. It's been now 2 years and change, and I got to tell you, I feel great. I do. I feel so good. get energy. They keep asking me how much longer am I going to work here, and I go, I don't know. If I stay on this Atlantic Men's Clinic program, I ain't going to be going anywhere anytime soon, man. I feel great, and I know you will too. And if you like to get your energy back and your sex drive back like you used to, chasing that beautiful wife of yours around, well, you can get it back if you want it. They have 7 locations in South Florida to serve you. Brand new location in Hollywood. I go to Plantation. Call them today, 877-455-7300, and set up that first appointment. Or visit AtlanticMen'sClinic.com. I'll tell you this, Atlantic Men's Clinic flat out works, and it works quickly.
I-75 to Northwest 58th Street out of Broward. You're still looking good. No major issues. That's traffic. I'm Alia Escobar on FM 104.3, and you can listen to WQAM on the Odyssey, iHeartRadio, and TuneIn apps.
This traffic report is brought to you by the Casino at Dania Beach, your home for watching the world's biggest soccer tournament live at Sunrise Stage. Watch the world's biggest soccer tournament live at Sunrise Stage at the Casino at Dania Beach. Enjoy every match, food and drink specials, free parking, and don't miss Fan Zone 305 July 11th. Experience the excitement all summer long at the Casino at Dania Beach.
You're listening to The Joe Rose Show. This hour is brought to you by Baptist Health.
And now, it's time for Hollywood's headlines. Without further ado, here's Hollywood.
All right, Woody, what do you have for us here today?
All right, Joe, I got some numbers for you.
I love
Asking you,
those
shall we
numbers.
see.
Love those numbers.
ESPN ABC secured the most watched NBA Finals since 1998, with the Knicks winning. Series averaged 20.6 million viewers across 5 games. Saturday's title-clinching Game 5 averaged 24.5 million viewers on ABC. That is the most-watched NBA game since
Got to be Michael Jordan.
Game 7 of the 2016 NBA Finals, Cavs and Warriors. That had 31 million viewers. I mean, that game was some pretty good theater, that thing. But
He, again, and I'm not. This has nothing to do with greatest players and all that stuff, separate, but probably tied together. I'm telling you, man, NBC, every market in this country was like, who's the game of the week? Michael? Oh, good. All right, Bulls. They made the Bulls play like they're on every weekend.
Well, that was, yeah. And how about this? The most watched Game 5 in the finals since Michael Jordan's Bulls beat the Jazz in 1998. So There you go.
He did some big numbers. Congratulations. I have nothing but great things to say about that Knicks team, including their head coach. He's been knocked around pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't work in Sacramento. They're getting on him. He's an assistant and then the head coach some places. And then all of a sudden he goes to New York and they get it figured out. Boy, did they.
They've been fun, by the way they've been running around the city. And Bridges goes on Instagram Live and is just rambling incoherently while he's drunk.
The party.
You got that one was pretty good.
The party tomorrow at 10 o'clock in New York is going to be crazy. That is
OG Anunoby on Good Morning America.
Oh yeah, he just looked like
that might have not even been alcohol. That people were saying that could have been an edible situation there, where he didn't know where he was.
I don't think
pretty
he's a
fantastic.
big talker. He has this unbelievable game. Has two of the greatest game plays you can have. Back-to-back plays at the end of a game on the great comeback.
Yeah.
And he's sitting there like it was a preseason game and he played 5 minutes. Why are you talking to me?
It was pretty fun. I saw they were on another show, and Brunson and Josh Hart were talking, and Brunson made a joke about Hart missing that layup, and they were down 1 in that game, and he goes, well, it opened it up for OG to have the tip. So same game there.
Yeah, no,
that's a cool story, man. All those guys, at Nova won the national title there. Like that's a cool story.
Nothing better than Brunson, man. Nothing better than what he has done, and likable too.
Yes. Speaking of likable, Joe, ESPN and ABC win again. Most watched Stanley Cup final since 2019.
What kind of numbers did they do?
Not NBA numbers, but they're the final between the Hurricanes and Vegas Golden Knights averaged 5.2 million viewers across 6 games on ABC, making it the most watched Stanley Cup final since 2019, when the St. Louis Blues and Boston Bruins went 7 games. They averaged 5.33 million.
The difference in the number still between the NBA and the NHL.
Now, how about this, though, Joe? The series more than doubled last year's Stanley Cup Finals viewership, which averaged just over 2.5 million viewers, but that was on the TNT sports networks.
Okay.
So I think, clearly being on the national network probably helped.
Probably, yeah.
The last time ABC aired the event in 2024 was the Panthers and Oilers. That was a 7-game series. That was 4.17 million viewers.
How many finals have the Oilers been in and lost? I know they had great teams years and years ago.
At least 2 that I know of. Right?
I think didn't Carolina get them in a finals too?
I don't know.
At
least 2 that I'm very aware of.
greatest player, and this poor guy's up there and just can't win. Greatest player in the game cannot get over the hump.
Mm-hmm. Joe, this was interesting here. We were, I don't know if this was on air or if this was off the air. You and I were talking about Peyton Manning the other day and his production company. So Peyton Manning's Omaha Productions is adding the World Series of Poker to its growing list of ESPN partnerships. Manning will executive produce ESPN's coverage of the World Series of Poker main event, which will return to the network this summer under a multi-year agreement after previously airing on ESPN through 2010 and on CBS Sports Network and other outlets since. The deal includes around 100 hours of coverage, a 3-night live broadcast of the final table from August 3rd to 5th, a 20-day pause between the conclusion of the final tables setting on July 13th and the championship broadcast.
I got to tell you,
I didn't know that this was still a thing. Remember, poker got really popular there for a while?
Still watch it. It's still on. You don't have as much free time on different times.
I used to love it, but I think this was like 20 years ago. I feel like I was watching these guys.
Woody, I got to tell you, man, when there's a lot of money out there and those guys are bluffing each other and doing things, and I'm like, this is great stuff, man.
If Peyton Manning's getting involved, it's got to be good, right?
I got to tell you, poker is alive and well for a lot of people, man. Poker tournaments. Hell, Hard Rock. I went out there one day. They have huge tournaments out there. Anyway.
All right, Joe. Another little sports documentary here. Manchester United reportedly agreeing to a record-breaking Amazon all-or-nothing documentary deal here. Manchester United is opening its doors for Amazon cameras for an all-or-nothing season. The same deal they walked away from a year ago. It looks like we are a go here. They are, I guess they got offered, it looks like upwards of 10 million euros, which I have found out by booking my trip is not worth as much as, or our money is not worth as much as theirs.
Okay.
Did you know that?
No, I don't know. I get confused the other way.
10 million of their money is 13.6 million of ours.
Okay.
So anyway, if you're interested in Manchester United, we'll have that.
What happened to Manchester United? They used to always be the talk, and now it's
talk of what?
I think they used to be the team.
Uh-huh.
I don't even know if they are anymore.
You know, we live in America.
Manchester City's big now, and
okay.
Oh,
I'm sure they're still big. The Red Devils, right? They call them. And our final one here,
the
Joe.
Premier League's on, by the way. You can catch it every week.
Speaking of money, I've had a lot of money in this segment. Floyd Mayweather has a little bit of a problem right now.
Does he? Holy smokes.
He is facing theft and intent to defraud charges over a $200,000 watch purchase with a bad check. He is facing felony theft and intent to defraud charges after buying a $200,000 Audemars Piguet whatever watch with a whatever the hell this thing's called.
I'll tell you what it's called, an expensive watch.
Yeah. I think I didn't do so well on that name. Anyway, this is back a few years ago.
Did you see all the things underneath there?
He had insufficient money, property, or credit to pay for the jewelry. Prosecutors believe he was aware of that when he went and tied a Wells Fargo account to pay for them. This is not a good situation here for Mayweather, who there is no way this guy went through all of his money.
He's made $1.2 billion.
I know. There's no way he gambled it all away.
IRS tax lien. Now he's accusing a former business associate of $175 million. Financial fraud. It goes on and on, man.
Yeah, he also
I don't know.
He owes $7 million in unpaid taxes, allegedly.
You know what though, Woody? It's
Joe, this is a serious deal here, though, by the way. So if he's found guilty of either charge, this could be a 1 to 20 year sentence. Fraud could be 1 to 4 years.
They're not giving Floyd.
What do you mean?
I don't think he sniffs one day.
Well, he better come up with the money then.
He's got the money. He just got to he's just got to liquidate a lot of stuff. Like one of the 100 cars that he has that are real expensive, he may have to, sell a couple of them.
We've done a lot of, athletes that have had trouble with money, spent it all over the years. This guy spent all this money.
I don't know, but it's hard to spend that much money.
Yikes.
Yeah, man. Whew, that's a lot of money to go through. You're right, though, Woody. You're absolutely right.
Was it Basaint who went last year?
Yes,
too?
that's who it was.
Okay, someone helped us out.
It was. I said it was a linebacker. It was Basaint from Central.
Yeah. I couldn't remember who it was.
Central High School.
I wonder who they'll send this year.
Wesley
We'll
Basaint.
time to
Good
discuss
call.
that.
Good call. All right, whoever that was outstanding. Probably somebody from UM. All right. Hey, oh, no, I know who it was. Don't tell me it was our guy from UM that doesn't know the coach's name.
No, it was a Texas. Someone texted
it was. Okay.
Yes.
Wanted to make sure it wasn't our guy that's kids go to Columbus. He didn't know the coach's name. I didn't want to make sure it was him.
Victor's traveling for the World Cup right now, and I'd prefer if you didn't take shots at him right now.
You sure he's not with Josh Allen up working out in Buffalo?
No, he was with
Right
Bessie
now?
last night.
Was he?
Yeah.
Wow, good for him. Hey, let's talk about trucks for a second here. We've got 8 o'clock hour coming up. And when it comes to South Florida Chevy dealers and their trucks, we are pretty serious about it. We got a South Florida truck that's absolutely perfect for you. Let's start with the Chevy Colorado with this capable, meets comfortable. It's so comfortable. You're going to love it. The Colorado Custom to the ZR2 is just got everything you could ever want or turn things up a notch. Let's talk about the Chevy Silverado family, from the Custom Trail Boss to the Silverado EV with 10 models and 4 powerful engine choices. Silverado delivers an impressive balance of strength, dependability, and efficiency. Now let's get to the big boys. The Chevy Silverado HD. You can choose from the powerful LTZ with the premium style and substance to match, or go to the biggest with the Chevy Silverado HD High Country. All the power you could ever want. I always say this about Silverado trucks. We got a truck that's absolutely perfect for your lifestyle. It's like it was custom made for you, for the best in trucks here in Florida and Florida lifestyle. Chevy got a Florida truck for you. Visit your local South Florida Chevy dealers today. 14 dealerships throughout South Florida. Together, man, let's drive.
2. Miami look to avoid the sweep this afternoon with the first pitch at 1:05 from Citizens Bank Park. You can catch the game on 5:60 a.m. And in the World Cup, Lionel Messi scored a hat trick in Argentina's 3-0 win over Algeria. Messi is now tied for the most World Cup goals ever with 16. Time for weather, brought to you by a Tornado Roofing and Contracting. Storm season is coming. Make sure your home is ready. Get your free roof and window estimate today. Visit tornadoroofing.com. It is going to be very, very hot out there, Joe, today. Feels like temps in the hundreds. There's fires going, air quality issues.
Oh, you're not doing one of those sports specials where the temperature's 80, but it feels like 97 or something?
Oh, I'd hit you with that.
It's
feels
friggin'
like
hot, bro.
105,
I get it. Whatever it is, it's hot. Yes.
It is hot.
It's hot out there. Get ready, man. Get ready. Everybody knows that. Everybody knows that. In the afternoon, probably thunder showers again at some point. Hey, man, good morning to everybody. And first of all, Inter Miami, boy, they're the big winners right now. I know you're going, well, what the hell does Inter Miami have to do with anything? They're not playing. This is a World Cup. I'm going, nah, I know, but Messi put on a show last night, and Argentina, they were showing, saw the highlights this morning. They're throwing some Messi parties around, not only South Florida, but Argentina going crazy. And then they got into this little thing on Fox yesterday about, and I saw the comments overnight, like, if he's not the greatest player of all time, and then they throw out the 3 or 4 names that, everybody talks about, but you sure aren't taking him out of that party, whatever that VIP of greatest of all time is. And what he's doing at this age is incredible. He's going to be 39 next week. And he's just playing great. Just great. Got the great instincts, obviously. But still just skill set. And we see it. And sometimes people, he's got skill set, but he's playing in this minor league called the MLS. I'm like, I don't know, man. He's still playing against a lot of young guys, and he's just dominating, man. And Argentina, those players are looking for him. Yeah, set him up, knowing that he can finish. And so yesterday you had star power, man. The star power is out for France, Norway, and Argentina. And all their top guys played great. Just played great. Mbappe had a couple of goals. Erling Haaland also had a couple of goals for Norway last night, plays for Manchester City. So they're all doing it. And representing the MLS, man, is Messi and Rodrigo De Paul, who also is teammate down here. So good stuff. We got the Giannis Antetokounmpo watch going on here. So, sometimes these things start heating up, man, and you call your guys that we have in different cities, usually football guys that do radio, and I go, all right, what's going on, man? Hey, man, they seem to think they got a chance, man. Everybody's saying they got a chance, and we got guys saying, hey, that Celtics might have a chance to get Giannis. We think we're getting them too. So we're hoping that our offer's good enough, and Milwaukee obviously is doing what they need to do, and that's get the best offer that will keep Giannis happy so that he'll sign an extension. And so that's what they're doing. And there's no question, Giannis has not said a word about this. Like, if you didn't know any better, you think Giannis is just going back and play for Milwaukee. And then you find out now, behind the scenes, he's wanted out for a while. He's been trying to be nice about it. I don't want to get the fans in it where they start booing me. I just want, but get me out of here. So we'll find out. And then the Tatum and Brown thing, it's just, everything is just crazy. Hopefully we know something this week. We'll definitely know something here before the NBA draft coming up here. But boy, this has been crazy. Just absolutely crazy. Debates all day. Yesterday about even who would you rather have, Brown or Antetokounmpo, and going back and forth. And I'd rather have Brown off the year he had. And then they're throwing out the Antetokounmpo is injury prone now. It's only going to get worse. And no, the team was just being careful. He could have played a lot more games last year. He wanted to play more, and they wouldn't let him. So when he does play he puts up some monster numbers, and the Heat desperately need one of these guys, and not the second tier guys. We don't need Kawhi Leonard. I don't want Kawhi Leonard. Kawhi Leonard, you talk about not being able to play in games. Talk about, and I don't blame him. He's just got bad knees. He's beaten up.
Well, no one's taking advantage of that load management thing quite like that, dude.
I don't think if he doesn't, he can't make it.
I'd rather run it back than have Kawhi Leonard here.
I would too. I'm with you. Any of those other guys excite you?
No. I'd rather run it back than just kind of do something for the sake of doing it.
But Brown, Antetokounmpo both would be.
Brown is my number one choice, and then Giannis. 1A, 1B. But I think with Brown, you're getting a guy in his prime that is hungry and really, really good. So
last 2 years, he's been unbelievable.
I mean, he's going to continue to put up monster numbers. And, I don't know if he'll get a shot to be a number one again, but.
Well, he'll come down here.
Well, if he did here, if he comes here, he'd be the number one right away.
He's going to average 28 a game.
You don't have to worry about Bam taking the ball out of his hands.
No, you have to worry. Bam's got those nights where he takes 10 shots. Mm-hmm. You're right.
But if you bring in Brown, you're talking about competing for the top 4 spots in the East, I think for sure. With Giannis, I don't know that that's such a slam dunk because of the health issues.
So this other thing that they've got coming out is that Milwaukee's saying the offer is just not good enough. And I'm like, What do you mean it's not good enough? Outside of Bam, it sounds like you have anybody you want. Can't have the whole team, but handpick who you want besides the draft picks. They always have Tyler Hero. Tyler Hero's in everything. With Milwaukee going back home, he must get tired of hearing that. I tell you what, though, Tyler can be upset all he wants. He made a lot of money down here, Woody, on this contract he's on right now. That is life. I always say this, man. I know it gets old. That's life-changing money.
You know what? It's funny. Like I picture you and your teammates, like a guy like knows he's getting traded. He starts unfollowing people on Instagram. Could you imagine one of your teammates?
Most of my guys
that?
can't do Instagram like me.
It's just such a weak, I
always wondered, to the average guy out there, when you hear somebody stops following somebody.
I don't know what to say to this. Like, it's
I see if you have a young daughter.
That's who should be doing it. Yes.
I'm done with Cindy. Cindy said something about me. Screw her. Done. I'm blocking her. Oh, you blocked me. Oh, you blocked me like that? Oh my gosh.
Yes, your daughters who are in their early 20s or whatever. Yes, that's fine. But Tyler Hero,
come on. It ain't hurt anybody. You did. And by the way, you've done it before. It's not the first time you've done it. I don't know, man.
I don't know. Maybe the dude's a lay off Instagram just a little bit. But
hey, man, Tyler has been a good player. Tyler's been a good player.
He's been a very good player.
Last year, he played in 33 games and nobody gets injured, and he sure the hell didn't get injured on purpose. I always say that. I try to be consistent about one thing as one of the great frauds in this town that I've been for a long, long time. But you play 33 games. And it was a bad time to do it. Just not good timing to be that injured. And so I don't know what you're mad at, man. It's a lot of money, too. What's that contract? It's a $100 million contract, isn't it, Woody? I think it is, this one. And he's up for an extension. Somebody probably is going to give him some kind of extension because he can score.
4-year, 120.
Yeah. That's a lot of money.
Nobody's feeling bad for Tyler Hero.
You're good.
He's fine.
But I'm trying to put a nice spin. Just like Tyler, man, you're good. You don't have to do that other little bitchy stuff.
And he's still young. He's still got a good career ahead of him.
Everybody knows how you feel and you want to be here, and we appreciate you want to be here. It's actually a compliment if they throw you in a deal. Like, hey, man, go get all the shots you want in Milwaukee, man.
561 asks, interesting question here. He goes, if Giannis doesn't get traded, does he become Milwaukee's Jimmy Butler? And go nuts. I don't think he's got that in him. His agent might, but I don't think he's got that in him.
Behind the scenes, the plane waits, and here you come an hour and a
I
half
know.
late, and
He
here's
doesn't
a
want
private
that, though, man.
private plane's waiting, and the coach.
He doesn't want that. He spent a lot of time working, to be a fan favorite up there. I don't think he wants that. You don't want to take a blowtorch to that thing. No, way.
I'm not saying fan favorite, but he'll make it miserable on that team. He'll make it miserable on that team. And hey, man, none of this stuff leaked out till late. All this stuff about Giannis, right?
Yeah.
Nothing leaked out. I had no idea.
Yeah.
I thought, man, Giannis really, he ain't running away in the gang there in the NBA. He's his own guy. And then they're going, well.
He's very likable. Does all those commercials. Got a nice personality.
Was that Turner that came clean on everything?
Yeah,
and everybody knows
Turner. Yeah.
They go, man, Turner tells the truth. I mean, one thing about that guy, he'll just tell you what's going on. He goes, man, he's never on time.
That's why the PR people must love those podcasts these guys jump on.
He goes, man, God bless him that he can get away with it. But yeah, man, he was late. He was late for everything. We waited for his ass all the time. So I thought it was the Jimmy Butler thing. Jeez, I didn't know.
I would imagine they will trade him while his value is still there. Because if you do what the Heat did and you try to force the guy to play when he doesn't want to, then you end up with a Jimmy Butler situation. And the Heat learned that the hard way. If you didn't want to pay Jimmy, and he wasn't in your long-term plans or whatever, then you should have traded him before the season.
Why are you bringing up? Why you spent
because someone brought up Jimmy.
No,
and they asked if he does that. Like, I can't imagine that Milwaukee would be stupid enough if they know the guy doesn't want to be there. I can't believe they would be dumb enough to bring him into training camp and have that the potential for that type of situation, because then he kills your value. His value is high right now. But if it comes out that he really doesn't want to be there and he's, well,
they know
killing the team, killing the team.
But everybody knows if Giannis is telling his agent, which that's his agent's job, is to be the bad guy and go, he doesn't want to play there. Nope, does not want to play there.
I'm guessing he could have done better had they moved Jimmy earlier before he became as toxic as he did.
I think they thought Jimmy Butler was going to be a good soldier on that last year and go out and show Pat Riley how good he could be.
I wonder if they really thought that.
Well, that's what that fraud Jimmy Butler said. He said it. You say it. That's what they're thinking. And then you say it, and then you go home and think about it, and you go, well, screw that.
Yeah,
I'm going to stand over here in the corner and act like I don't care.
I think he was pissed to begin with after getting ripped.
He was. I don't disagree. I'm not disagreeing with you. He was pissed. He got hurt. Sitting there, a guy that was injured, talking about guys on other teams that now have championships. Yeah. Have a championship. Anyway, we've got Joe. Joe's going to join us, University of Miami president, Joe Echeverria. This is going to be great having him on, the president and CEO. We got a lot of stuff to get to with him. A lot of stuff at the University of Miami, a lot of stuff going on in college sports right now. What's the future? Get his thoughts on this Protect College Sports Act. By the way, that thing kind of get quiet since that day. We haven't heard much, man. What happened to the Senate and all those people listening? Let's get right on it.
Well, I think everyone needs a little time to digest this whole Sorsby thing. I mean, what a disaster, man. Texas Tech goes to bat for this guy.
Yeah, but it's gone. It's
has
over.
Their AD, president, and a couple other goons go and speak on video and Twitter, 20-something odd minutes.
They did a lot of barking. I'm going to sue you, and I'm going to sue you, and I'm going to sue you, and I'm going to sue you. And then they finally said, or Brendan Sorsby says, you know what? I think it's a good idea.
Yeah.
Just to make sure I'm getting a paycheck next year, I need to go in that supplemental draft. And you, of course, do my rehab work off the side, for my gambling addiction.
By the way, I saw some guy from ESPN had the Dolphins as a
I saw it.
Yeah. Hey, man, the guy's right. Like, Dolphins GM.
No. Say, in your opinion, that's right.
Well, no, I'm just saying the Dolphins GM and head coach have said that they want to draft quarterbacks and they want to continue to put quarterbacks on the roster.
Yeah.
So here's your shot.
We'll find out.
Right? I wouldn't be upset if it happened. If he came here, it wouldn't be a problem for me. I mean, you have a problem with Malik Willis getting pushed in camp a little bit? Like, I don't have a problem with it.
It's not pushing him.
Well, maybe he will. I don't know.
He got a few more steps to get before he pushes anybody. like pushing away from gambling before you decide he's just going to jump right in like, hey, I'm good to go. No more gambling for me.
So you're thinking suspension?
I do, but nobody else did yesterday, but I think he's going to get
Because
suspended.
nobody knows, because they're not very consistent. They were going back to like Terrell Pryor was like the last time something like this happened.
Yeah, but what was his for?
He got some tattoos or something in college for free or something or other. Yeah.
This thing has nothing in common with gambling on your own friggin' team. This is Pete Rose stuff, man. God bless Pete Rose. Pete's wanting to fight somebody right now going, what? Let me out of here.
We need someone to help us bet on the Dolphins, though, man. We need to do some winning.
Hey, if they'll I'm guessing, do their homework. And if they think that's what they need, and they've already had people watch them play for next year.
But nobody would be outraged, right?
No, I don't.
Would people
think
be
anybody-
upset?
No,
the Dolphins did this.
I don't think so. But I will tell you, if it doesn't work out and he has a relapse, I'm just saying.
A relapse, yeah.
And something happens, they're going to go,
Catch him at the
only the
casino.
friggin' Dolphins. Oh, no, first thing they're going to tell him is a rule, like stay away from the sports book.
Yes, I would think.
At Hard Rock.
Yeah, probably. You're probably
away.
right about that, Joe.
Stay away. We
Well
got some
said.
great restaurants, but maybe you ought to stay away from those restaurants so you can't
Probably,
see.
yeah, probably.
You can't see the spreads on all the games that are coming up. Probably good. And you're missing out on some great Council Oak and some great restaurants.
Yeah, but they got those little kiosks right there where you could put your, little touch screens and you can put your bets in.
I know.
Those are close to the
I
restaurants.
was out there with you. I know.
A little close to the restaurants for my liking.
Hey, we've got some good stuff to get to with the man that runs this show at UHealth System, Academics and Sports, president and CEO of the University of Miami is going to join us. Joe Echeverria coming up here in just a few minutes. We got a lot of business to get to. And by the way, on deck, Clayton McCullough, Marlins manager, before their 1 o'clock game in Philadelphia, is going to give us a call this morning as well. They'll be heading home for 6 games after today. They'll be home tonight and get set to take on my San Francisco Giants, who are really struggling right now. Hey, I want to take a minute to tell you about Michael Kotze at Choice Mortgage. The man has no life. He's always working. Guy is always trying to get you approved quickly so you can get that mortgage you need. First-time home buyer rates, and not only going to get you the best rates, but very little money down. Let's talk about debt consolidation. You need cash, whatever's going on in your life. You need that second mortgage. All of a sudden, your bills have gotten a little crazy, especially living in a condo, insurance, HOA costs, and everything else that goes on living there. And now you got some problems. And could really like to pay some of that debt off. Let Michael Kotze at Choice Mortgage help you do it. Reverse mortgage is more popular than ever. If you and your spouse are 62 or older, you qualify. Got all that money in that house. You've been living there forever, got it paid off or darn near paid off. Michael Kotze can help you get that money and take care of a lot of things, get rid of a lot of that stress in your life. 30 years of experience. Go to Google reviews on the web, Choice Mortgage reviews. There's a reason so many people are going to Michael Kotze at Choice Mortgage. He gets deals done quickly. He works 7 days a week. It's just about great service and great people skills, and he's got both. 561-441-2730. That's 561-441-2730. MLS 166254. Rates and terms subject to change. Stay there without notice. He's an equal housing lender.
southbound right before the Dolphin Expressway. It's affecting your center lane, and an accident causing backup along Airport Expressway eastbound from Northwest 27th Avenue to beyond Northwest 22nd Avenue. That's traffic. I'm Elia Escobar on FM 1043, and you can listen to WQAM on the Odyssey, iHeartRadio, and TuneIn apps.
This traffic report is brought to you by the Casino at Dania Beach, your home for watching the world's biggest soccer tournament live at Sunrise Stage. Watch the world's biggest soccer tournament live at Sunrise Stage at the Casino at Dania Beach. Enjoy every match, food and drink specials, free parking, and don't miss Fan Zone 305 July 11th. Experience the excitement all summer long at the Casino at Dania Beach.
It is time to head out to the Toyota of Hollywood Hotline Shop. Over 2,000 Toyotas on sale. One location, Toyota of Hollywood on 441 between Hollywood and Sheridan. ToyotaofHollywood.com. Joe.
All right, Woody, thank you so much. And we got a real special guest that we haven't had on for a while, the University of Miami president and CEO, Joe Echevarria, joins us this morning. Joe, thank you so much, bud. How you doing?
I'm doing great, my friend. How are you?
Man, I'm doing great. We have so much stuff to get to, man. I need to get all caught up on everything. I'm curious, sitting back as a president of one of the big schools in the country, especially in sports now, you're watching this Brendan Sorsby eligibility thing go with lawsuits flying and eligibility and all the other things. What were your thoughts as this was going on?
Well, it continues to play out, I suspect. I haven't listened to the news last night. But, first of all, remember, I've got 20,000 students of my own. So you always feel for the young man as an individual. Gambling addiction is real. It doesn't just go away. He's going to be managing that for the rest of his life, and that's bigger than football.
True.
That's bigger than football. But hopefully he's got, the right support system around him and he stays focused on getting it right. But if you step back from that, the personal side of this is exactly where college sports are right now. And it's quite frankly not very sustainable. When I say we, the NCAA, remember the NCAA is all its member institutions. We keep losing in the courts. I think we've lost 14 out of 15 of the cases over the last 5 years. Oof. And so that authority is getting chipped away case by case. And now even the House settlement, which we settled a couple of years ago for, just a couple of $2 billion, is already being challenged in your home state of the world, Northern California, as to its legitimacy. So there's no consistency. There's no sustainable guardrails. So quite frankly, unless we get legislative intervention of some time, this is just going to turn into a pure free market system where you have winners and losers based on economic realities and what programs can actually afford. And the only thing I want to be very clear about to all of our stakeholders and all of our fans, we intend to be a winner in whatever system or market ultimately prevails, Joe.
Yeah. Hey, listen, by the way, before we get back to all that stuff, what a great year it's been for Mario Cristobal and Jay Lucas. You got to be pretty happy the direction of both football and basketball.
It was, extraordinary, and I was reminiscing a little bit about football season a little while back. We had a board meeting, and I reminded people it was December 7th of 2021 when a handful of us flew out to Eugene, Oregon to pick up Mario Cristobal. And it was December 7th of 2025, exactly 4 years later, when we got invited to that college football playoff, and we were the last team put up on that ESPN screen, and the world changed for us. That was a magical run, but that was on schedule, as I like to tell Mario. We were right where we thought we would be. We came up, 38 seconds short in a national championship game, but that was still extraordinary because college football is better when we're relevant. That's just a fact, Joe. On the basketball side, Jay Lucas was an incredible hire. Again, we have a collective approach to hiring our coaches now. Got a couple of really sophisticated board members that have all sorts of access in the world of sports. In fact, one of them owns a soccer team where their player last night, I believe, scored 3 goals.
Yeah, that guy's not bad. I've been pumping those two brothers up pretty good this morning. They're big winners again. Yeah.
Correct. They're big winners, but they're also part of the university infrastructure. And when we put a group of people together, it has obviously the athletic director, but it also has a couple of my other administrators and, more importantly, some of my board members. And we made that choice of Jay Lucas. What can you say? The most historic turnaround in one season in college basketball, men's college basketball. And once again, we're back to where we belong. We expect to be a tournament team. We expect to be a Sweet 16 team every year in basketball, men and women. Because if you get to the Sweet 16, Joe, you know this, You just got to win 2 more games and you're in the Final Four. We did that last time. We beat Houston and Texas back-to-back. And we went from Sweet 16 to Final Four in Kansas City that year. So it was terrific. But this is where the university belongs in that particular vertical of the institution, athletics.
I got to ask you about the importance. We talk about and we understand basketball and football. And sometimes we forget about the other ones and the great tradition of baseball. Where are you on baseball right now at the University of Miami?
Yeah, so baseball, is probably our second most storied program to football. We've got 5 national championships in football. We finished 1 or 2 10 times in football. And in baseball, we have 4 national championships. We are, I believe, the second most winningest team in terms of making NCAA tournament appearances. We've been to, I think, 23 College World Series. Wow. And J.D. Arteaga, as a player, was in his 4 years, and 6 as an assistant coach. So J.D. has been in 10 of 23 College World Series we've ever been to. We're second only to USC, I believe, Joe, in baseball. But where are we? I think we're making progress. We've gotten better every year. Last year, we had a better postseason. This year, we had a better regular season, but we ran into a hot team. I still think their team is alive. I still have nightmares about Troy. I think they're still alive.
So does Florida
somewhere. Yes. Yeah. Us, Florida, and Florida State, we all got knocked out in the first round. Right. So that's not what we expected. But you know this, Joe, because you and I are old baseball guys, because baseball was the national pastime when you and I were younger. I know Woody can't believe that, but that's true.
I've been telling him that, yeah.
It was. And, baseball is played inside out, right? Pitching and defense, pitcher, catcher, shortstop, second baseman, center fielder. You need middle guys, you need long guys, you need starters. And, we just need to continue that. We didn't hit on a few guys, but I'm optimistic. JD knows what it takes to be a champion. He's been a champion himself, and we're going to get there. I think we just signed or about to sign perhaps the number 1 pitcher out of the transfer portal. So I'm optimistic, but we'll see. Because my expectation in baseball is that we're going to be in the College World Series every year. That's it. That's the expectation.
Let's talk about the athletic director's job. It's a lot of talk, a lot of speculation. I want this guy, and that's my guy, and this guy should get it. First of all, what are you looking for in an athletic director in today's world of sports?
Yeah, so, from my lens and the lens of my board and those who support athletics, we really need a forward-thinking leader, but that leader has to have real commercial experience, especially in media rights, revenue, innovation. Now, they got to be deeply committed to excellence and student development, but they also got to be able to honor the storied brand of the U and build upon the legacy to lead us into the next era of college athletics. Because the one thing, Joe, is we are uncompromising in our pursuit of greatness. It's just who the U is. So that's what we're looking for. That's the kind of individual we're searching for. And just to clear up some of the noise that happens to be out there, we have a lot of passionate fans. I love them all. But, Dan Radakovich, who we hired back in 21, when we hired Dan, we were intentional. We needed somebody who could bring us credibility because we lacked it in athletics. So, of course, what did? We hired the top athletic director from the top program in the conference. Back then it was Clemson. And Dan gave us credibility and experience, and he was a great partner. But out of respect to Dan, he wanted to retire this year. So we didn't actually start searching for an athletic director, quite frankly, until end of April. So we've only been in this for a couple of weeks, but I'm in no hurry. There's lots of people who want that role, but it's got to be the right person for the future of college sports, not the past.
Joe, how important?
Looking for Joe.
How important is money going to be? Generating money. There's a lot of money now in Miami. A lot of people love being with winners, as you know. You saw at the national championship game and going to your basketball games. Is that a big part of this too? Is getting more people to open their wallet for the NIL side of life?
It is, because it's, as we like to say, if you want to win, it's expensive. Okay, this is much more a professional model than an amateur model. Once we lost that Supreme Court case 4 years ago and NIL opened up. So generating revenue is the very first thing I talked about. But that requires innovation, from the most obvious to philanthropy and fundraising, but more elevating the brand. We can put our logo on all sorts of fields that you see on a TV screen that are not actually on the field of competition. We don't maximize those opportunities very well. Patches are coming out now, and we can put a patch on our teams coming up this year. We have Adidas and Nike always jockeying for opportunities. So revenue and innovation are at the very top of the list because without that, you can't make investment to be competitive in athletics anymore.
So the Protect College Sports Act comes out, and we heard Saban talk for 11 minutes, and everybody got up there, and what's wrong, and we need some help from you guys. Then I see the SEC and Big Ten go, hey, hold on a second. We don't agree with all this stuff you guys are throwing out. And I'm like, okay. So the guys are out there trying to get it changed, and the two big guys are going, we don't like all this stuff you're throwing out there at the Senate.
Yeah, so, Joe, once again, I hate to play the senior citizen card, but that's sort of the population that you and I occupy. I'm actually a little older than you are, but
we're right there next to each other, Joe. It's okay.
We are. We're neck and neck. I'm still ahead of you, man. I'm still ahead of you. But in the landscape of athletics, the roadmap of what we actually need, Joe, has already been paved, and you and I, in particular, have watched it grow. Okay, professional sports has gone down the same path that college sports is going down right now. So, Joe, if you went all the way back, and let's start with baseball, yours and my first love. You remember Curt Flood?
I do.
You remember when that's correct?
Free agency,
Curt
absolutely.
Flood, free agency, right.
Yep.
Started with Curt Flood, and Andy Messerschmidt and Dave McAnally broke the walls down, and then we got some market equilibrium in baseball. And then it went to football. And you're going to remember this guy, John Mackey from the Indianapolis Colts. Back then it was the Baltimore Colts.
That's right.
And he started it. And then it ended with Reggie White in 1993, and then you had equilibrium in the NFL. And in basketball, it was Oscar Robertson, the old ABA-NBA merger. Remember, there were two leagues once upon a time. And that was broken down by that Oscar Robertson litigation. And eventually the litigation led to legislative interventions. And once you have a legislative intervention, then you have a chance at some stability because players have some form of collective representation. I'm not going to say they're employees. I'm not going to say it's a union because that's a political issue. But you have some form of player equilibrium. And then the teams themselves have an equal footing in negotiating. And then all boats rise. It is the reason that the NFL is the number one watch sports in America today because they have complete market equilibrium with hard caps. Everybody invests for the most part to the max. And so there's an even chance for everybody winning. Today, we're starting that journey. And the reason the two big conferences, the Big Ten and the SEC, the reason they dominate the conversation, Joe, is because they historically do most of the winning. It's not magical.
Right.
They do most of the winning. On any given year, there's probably 7 or 8 teams in each of those conferences who think they can be the national champion in football. Right. And remember, football drives 90% of this answer. Well, I love basketball. It's at 10% of the answer. So at any point in time, those two conferences have winners. Now, if you compare that to our conference or the Big 12, 2 or 3 of us think we can play for that championship. That's it. The University of Miami, I think I got this right, Joe, but Woody can check it out. I think we're the only team to finish in the top 25 the last 2 years, the University of Miami in the ACC.
Wow.
And that's the storyline, okay, right there. And that's why those groups oppose the model because they don't want to share their revenue with people who don't want to invest in athletics.
Right.
They don't want to share that money. But that doesn't have to work that way. Version 1 could be, Joe, you remember there used to be an NFL and an AFL.
That's right.
You remember that? That's right. And it merged. And then when they created what? The NFC and the AFC, right? And a couple of teams moved over to balance the leagues out. Well, we wouldn't have to do any of that. We could create a super league. And the conferences could be the divisions, and we could keep all the scheduling as it is and make Woody crazy that, yes, we're going to fly to California to play a football game. I know that makes him crazy. but we leave that unchanged, okay? We leave that unchanged.
Yeah.
It's a starting point. We just leave it unchanged. We leave the revenue distribution unchanged. The fact that it's pooled doesn't mean I have to allocate it the same way. I could still allocate it 30-30, the two big conferences. The ACC gets 23, the Big 12, and we could start with the exact same model, but then we can collectively negotiate as one league with the media rights. And that's what the NFL has an advantage of.
Yeah.
They go as one institution. And if we can do that and we have the player equilibrium, then we got a real chance of turning this into something magical, Joe.
Joe, are you worried about the SEC and Big Ten? From time to time, we get a little threat that they'll pull away and do their super conferences, and they'll pull in a couple of you guys, which – by the way, UM would obviously be part of that. We've heard this a little bit before. If some of these conferences fall apart, that North Carolina's and yourself and some others would be picked up. Are you concerned with that, or is that just barking right now?
No, I think if you think about it, and this is the strategic part of the way we think about things at the university. We're in the ACC. We're a proud member of the ACC, and we are committed to the conference through the duration of the contract. Having said that, all the network contracts for all four conferences expire somewhere between 2030, 31, and 2036. So what that means is, as you get closer to those contract expirations, is when the next round of people trying to realign themselves will occur. Remember, Oklahoma and Texas announced 2 years ahead of time that they were going to the SEC.
They did.
They didn't do it. That's right. And then they played out the rest of the Big 12, and then they moved. Well, my suspicion is something like that's going to happen. So our strategy is quite simple. We today, as a university, are playing for the next contract. We're not playing for the one we're in. We're playing for the next contract. So however the realignments occur, whatever may occur, because we don't control that directly, we're going to be invited to be where the leading one is. They won't leave us out. We'll be far too relevant and too big a brand. Joe, do you realize we were the second most watched program on media last year? We had 131 million people watch us last year, number 2 in the country. When we win, people watch us more than they watch most programs. That's who we are. So am I concerned? No, we have a strategy. We're playing for the next contract. I plan on the university being invited to be where the best of the best compete. That's the objective of the University of Miami.
No. Hey, Joe, man, I really appreciate this. I do. You spent a lot of time with us and a lot of great stuff this morning. I love your positive attitude with everything and how much you care about sports. I know you got other parts of this university, health system and academics, but keeping sports up there and understanding the importance of the U is means a lot to a lot of people out there. So thank you.
No, my pleasure. Remember one thing, Joe, we do 3 things and we want to be great at all of them, right? We do academics, we have a number 1 ranked academic health system, and we have a storied athletic brand. And we're about being great in all 3. And that's part of what our mission is. So thank you for the opportunity. I know Mario's trying to get you down on the offensive line drills, but you keep passing.
I never blocked anybody then. I'm not blocking anybody now. So tell them it's not going to happen. I got a better chance of standing next to you in a suit than doing that. So thank you, Joe.
Oh, good. Listen, I appreciate you guys. Go Canes. Thanks for having me, Joe.
All right. Joe Echeverria joining us this morning to talk a little bit about the craziness of everything going on and where Miami might be going if things change. They're in good shape. So appreciate Joe coming on this morning and spending some time. Joe Echeverria, President, CEO of the University of Miami. Clayton McCullough going to join us coming up here as well. But first, before we get to all that, I want to talk to you about mental health. And Mental Health Month is over, but that doesn't mean mental health problems are going away, man. They're here in June. They're here year-round for a lot of people. That's why I want to tell you about Recovery Unplugged's mental health residential program in Fort Lauderdale. Is your private sanctuary to reset. Dr. Barry and the team blend expert care with music-based healing in a beautiful, comfortable space. They accept most major insurance plans. You can call them at 954-737-4508 or visit recoveryunplugged.com. Dr. Barry and his staff have a great facility, got great people to make sure if you're off the road a little bit and need some help, depression, anxiety, or anything else, and you just haven't been able to take care of it yourself, go to recoveryunplugged.com. Get more information. Let's heal out loud, even in June.
WQAM broadcasting live.
list, so we can possibly do that with him. And we also have our Summer of Soccer with WQAM this Friday at our home at the Citadel here in Miami, starting at noon every hour. One lucky fan gets a shot to win up to $10,000 in our Soccer Kick Challenge. Enjoy complimentary global food samples from Wild Fork, Cafecito from La Llave, Rooftop Vibes with Al Capone, and meet Heat legend Udonis Haslam aboard the Hard Rock Bet Bus. We'll have games, giveaways, prizes, and match day excitement. Come for the soccer, stay for the vibes. The Summer of Soccer at the Citadel in Miami is Friday at noon, sponsored by Michelob Ultra, official beer sponsor of the FIFA World Cup 2026, by La Llave Smooth Espresso, by your South Florida Chevy dealers, Al Capone Sweet Hand-Rolled Cognac Cigars, Wild Fork Neighborhood Meat and Seafood Market, Hard Rock Bet Sportsbook, and by Verizon, an official sponsor of the FIFA World Cup 2026.
Whatever happens, by the way, in college sports,
Mm-hmm.
Miami's going to be fine.
Yes.
Is that message pretty clear?
Yes.
Whatever they decide to do, they're bringing us because we're good for business. And we're going to make it where we're going to force everybody because my teams are going to be good.
That brand isn't going anywhere, yeah.
Yeah.
They don't have to worry about that.
Yeah. That AD job's going to be a good job, but you're working for Joe. You better be ready to roll.
You got big boy pants for that one?
Hey,
yeah.
If you're out there trying to get that athletic director job, your ass better be ready to work. That ain't going to be one of those, hey, I'm going to be off this weekend. Nah, you're going to be working. You can work just like Joe. Joe retired, and he's back working harder now than he was with his other job up in New York. I mean, he is flying. Hey, by the way, speaking of baseball, the Marlins are going to be back home after this 1:00 game today, and we are going to be talking to the manager. Clayton McCullough will join us coming up here in just a few minutes. But June 19th through the 21st, the Fighting Fish take on the Giants, and you can join us out there if you want, Juneteenth, with a special South Florida Black Legacy celebration. Then don't miss Flanagan's Fest and Toy Story 5-Day featuring exclusive merchandise, epic giveaways, plus food and drink deals for the whole family. Get your tickets now at marlins.com/tickets. And we're giving 4 tickets away every day this week for that San Francisco Giants game coming up. So we
can do that. We'll do that around the interview here coming up with Skip. How about that?
That sounds good. That sounds good. Woody, what else do you have for me before we get to Skip?
Joe, I have some pretty good news for everyone out there. DraftKings Sports is live in all 50 states. And yes, that means you, Florida. The whole world is watching one tournament right now. Group stage chaos, knockout drama, stoppage time, heartbreak. The DraftKings Sports app is now live in Florida. So whether you're catching the early kickoff before work or the late match at the bar, you are in on every minute, every match, every moment, all in one app right here in Florida. The world's biggest stage is in the palm of your hand. New DraftKings customers, you sign up with the code 1043WQAM, spend $5 to get $200 in total rewards. That's code 1043WQAM. Again, code 1043WQAM in partnership with DraftKings. The crown is yours. Event trading offered by DraftKings Predictions, a CFTC registered introducing broker. Trading involves a risk of loss. Market availability varies. Eligibility restrictions apply. $50 every 7 days via click to claim issued in non-withdrawable predictions dollars that expire in 1 year. Ends June 28th. Terms dkng.co/predictions promo.
Wrap up their series with the Phillies this afternoon from Citizens Bank Park. Marlins on Deck kicks things off at 12:30. Baseball begins at 1:05. Listen to the Marlins on our sister station, AM 5.
games and joining us this morning. Nice enough to be with us. Clayton McCullough, the Marlins manager. Skip, thank you so much. How you doing?
Oh, Joe, I'm doing okay. Always a pleasure to catch up with you.
Man, I appreciate it. There's so much to talk about. By the way, I know it's been rough the last couple, but what a June it's been overall, 10-4. And I'd like to get one, obviously, today and come home on a good note. But, it's funny, watching Tyler Phillips, he got some nasty stuff, man. His stuff. He got some stuff that drops, off the table. But he got off to the rough start. Looking at his stuff and where he is overall, he's pitched pretty well, but had a rough one last night. What do you see with him? Are you going to keep him in the rotation as you get healthier, or what are your thoughts?
Yeah, I think right now we're planning to keep Tyler stretched out. He, as you mentioned, since the beginning of last year, Tyler's done really nothing but perform, and we've used him in a lot of, a variety of situations and roles, and we felt like, Joe, that you mentioned how nasty his stuff is. His arsenal, his pitches have gotten better. His split finger, he's got multiple breaking balls, multiple fastballs. So felt like that gave him a better chance to get some swing and miss and to take on both side hitters. And so I think last night just felt like it happens. You get off to, a bit of a tough start. You're not in rhythm out of the gates, fall behind some good hitters. So I think for me, that's more of a one-off. Tyler, he's done so well, and we still believe he has the stuff and ability to, start games or pitch, bulk outings in games. And as we look at things right now, I think we'll continue to do that.
Before we get to some good stuff, because you got some guys that flat out should be in the All-Star game, I'm going to talk about Yuri Perez. Is he close to coming back and getting back in the rotation for you?
Yeah, very encouraging. Yuri responded very well to the treatments. Shortly after he was put on the IL, he was able to keep throwing, got off the mound a couple times down in Jupiter, and he was up to 97, Joe, and felt great. So all signs pointed to him really trending well. So the plan now is that Yuri will make a rehab start in Jacksonville this Thursday, and hit roughly 3 innings and 50-ish pitches. And I think how he performs, how he feels in that rehab will determine next steps, whether that's another one in Jacksonville or potentially back with us.
Who makes that final decision? I'm just curious. Who goes and watches and makes the health decision on that?
I think, we have certainly trusted our medical group that is, there in Jacksonville.
Gotcha.
David Carpenter, our manager in Jacksonville. And with now every game's on television, you're getting reports on what the stuff is like. It'll be somewhat just how Yuri, physically being a big one, how he is able to, hold his stuff throughout now 50 pitches, how he feels after it, and collectively between, our coaching staff here, our medical group, our front office, then, decide and talk to the athlete and decide what we think would be, best next steps for him and us.
Let's talk about some good stuff. Otto Lopez, man, even when he slows down a little bit, he has just been unbelievable. A little bit of everything still. 98 hits in 73 games. He's sitting just a tad under 340 now, as good as he's been. And I'm not so sure he's the best player on the team now. Max Meyer is just, his confidence screams off my TV. 7-0, 95 strikeouts in the ERA under 3. How much has Max surprised you starting as in this rotation in the 3 spot, and how good he's been?
Yeah, Max, we were not surprised by the ability to miss bats and thinking of him as a real bona fide starting pitcher. I think how he's performing, how consistent he's been over, you said, 15 some odd starts he's had this year has been a really pleasant surprise. I think Max is healthy. He's always been talented. Our group has helped him improve his arsenal. He's added the sweepers become a big pitch. It's been talked about a lot. His fastballs are a little bit better. And I think the big, Joe, watching him this year is just the different level of maturity within outings. I think in the past where some things can start to spiral on you on the mound and then you let it get away and you get out of the game and you're going, man, how did that – I had better stuff than 4 innings and 5 runs. And
right.
I think now, Max has the ability to just stay in the moment more, limit damage, and I think just his mentality has also been a big part of this turnaround.
Owen Casey and Jacob Marcy, your right fielder and center fielder, have made some unbelievable defensive plays. I don't know who's better, watching Owen Casey jump over the fence and make a unbelievable at home, or Marcy's diving catch in right center that would have been 3 runs. The bases were loaded, saved the game right there in that one play. But with the bat right now, both hitting in the low 200s, you just stick. What are you doing on that to where they don't lose confidence and they don't let things affect them in right and center field with the rest of their game as they're trying to get the bats going?
Yeah, it's tough. I mean, it's hard to. This is a tough league, and it can wear on you. Every single day. There's no let ups. If you look at the pitching we faced on this road trip, each day it's tough, and you're going to scuffle. You're going to go through some tough stretches. I think, as you mentioned, their defense, and for young players to be able to separate the struggles at the plate at a given time and still go out there and defend and run the bases and be a good teammate. Like, those are great qualities. It shows a lot of toughness, and both of those guys have that. So I think times like this, you're buying the character, you're buying the person, and the belief in that they'll get out of this because they're talented, and they're showing you some real resilience and grit by, being able to still, do some things to help us win games, even when, you go through a period of some struggles offensively.
Kyle Stowers playing first base a little bit now. What was behind that move? So used to seeing him out in left field.
Yeah, so this was something I spoke with Kyle, and he and I called up in November of the off season, and I just put it on his radar. Nothing that, hey, we're looking to make a permanent move, but just you never know what the state of the roster is going to look like at a given time. And we felt like, Kyle has a skill set that maybe could transition over to first. And, Kyle, being the guy he is, was open to it. And so it was as much, again, think Kyle could do it. For him as a player, it gives him some versatility to be able to do more, which is attractive. And for myself as the manager, being able now to, not be pinned down as much when certain guys are playing well, or depend on the health of our roster and, who we have as far as trying to put out what's the best, I think, lineup that day. Or within a game, Joe, as we're making moves and pinch hitting and doing things that the more guys that can go different places, the optionality is nice. So Kyle has really taken to it well. And again, moving forward, how much he plays there compared to the outfield, I think we'll just have to see based on, again, on, what the roster looks like and how guys are performing.
I always wondered, going back when I was a kid, the guy that played first base was a slow kid or the bigger kid, and kind of stuck him over there and just catch the ball when we throw it to you. There's a lot to that. How difficult is that move going from outfield? I know we've had third baseman also play first base, but to get used to that and digging the ball out of the ground and coming in on to get it, and when to cover first and when to go get the ball and pitch it to the pitcher coming over. It just seems like a lot to just throw somebody in there like that.
Yeah, it's much more of a nuanced position than I think the people give it credit for. And as you mentioned, there's a lot of decision making over there, which balls to go for, and handling all kinds of throws coming your way. And Kyle has again, he's taken to it well. And some of those types of plays, Joe, we can only replicate so much in a practice setting, and they're just going to come up in games. But he's got Xavier Edwards beside him, has such high baseball IQ that I think Xavier within games is also able to communicate with Kyle. And, you try to anticipate what might be coming up and kind of let him know, hey, if it's here, just go to the bag and I'll take it. So having someone beside him that has great feel, I think helps the learning curve as well.
I love Joe Mack, by the way. Joe Mack, you a little extra too defensively with him, don't you? Throwing guys out. And is he pretty much what you thought he would be? I know you had to make a tough decision there when you had to decide who was going down and who was staying on the big squad. Joe Mack been what you thought he'd be since he's been up?
Yeah, I think everyone in our organization believed highly in the defensive potential Joe had. And we had seen it some in spring training. And with it, you never know how a young player is going to handle, their initial few weeks, first month in the major leagues, especially at a position that's as demanding as that now, where you're catching these guys really for the first time. And, the moments are a little bigger. And Joe has he's really, really done great. He's shored things up for us behind the plate, especially, the ability to control the running game. Some of the throws he's made it's made a difference.
Yeah.
And I think we were expecting that, but you're never really sure. And I think in some ways he's even performed better behind the plate than maybe we thought he would right out of the gates.
Clayton, do they keep you updated on like guys that are about ready to come up? Like, hey, this guy's chewing up, he's tearing up AAA or AA. We got to make a move. He's ready. Do you get those kind of calls, and how do you go about that? Are there meetings about that every day, or just when you think you need to have them because somebody might be struggling?
Yeah, I feel like I have a really great relationship with our front office, with Peter and Gabe Kapler. So, I mean, we're in contact daily, and, whether, we're at home or here on the road. And I think those are just conversations that are kind of come up organically and naturally. Generally, the pitching is the one you talk about the most. Just, hey, if we're getting in the need for someone, who might it be? What are we looking for? And then the position player front, yeah, we do. I think it's a combination of how certain players maybe are performing down in Jacksonville, and are they warranting the potential opportunity here? Compared to how guys are doing. So yeah, those are. Yeah. I don't have like a daily like sheet of paper that is box scores, but we talk about players a lot, and we have an internal system that tracks our players, and able to get on there and scroll and try to keep myself up to speed as best I can.
All right, 105 start today, and Sandy Alcantara back on the mound. Talk about Sandy, man. He's stable. First of all, he's always wanted to be here through the good and the bad, and he's had some outstanding outings. Where is he right now pitching for you?
Sandy's been on a really good run. I think his last three. Like you said, there were consistency. I mean, I think most, you go into a game, I do feeling like, Sandy's going to get you, 6+ innings, and he's going to keep you in the game and give you a chance to win. So, I mean, that's a really relieving feeling for myself. And so a lot gets thrust on his shoulders, and has been for a number of years. But I think that's what makes him so special is he understands his importance to our rotation and our team. He doesn't shy away from a challenge. And yeah, today it's a big one only. Yeah, we've lost a couple in a row. Would love to get out of here and kind of, salvage the series and get home on a good note. And no one better than to have Sandy on the mound. And he's been throwing the ball very well, his last 3-4 starts. So in a good place right now, and anticipate he has a good one today.
You got day off tomorrow, and then the Giants come in Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, followed by the Rangers Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. Got a lot of great stuff going on. Hey, thank you as always, man. I appreciate you adjusting your schedule to come on this morning. I really do, Clayton. Thank you.
Of course, Joe. Thanks for having me on.
All right, Clayton McCullough, Marlins manager, joining us. Talk a little bit about the team. Got to get some bats going. Man, and sometimes you struggle at the plate. It affects your play, but some of those guys defensively been really good in the outfield. Really, really good stuff. All right. What do you got there, Woody?
We got tickets to give away, Joe. You ready to do this? Caller number 5, 305-567-0560. We'll get you out to the Marlins game
4-pack.
On Father's Day.
4-pack.
Yes, and it's Father's Day. So your childhood, your boyhood team, the Giants. Caller 5.
You know what? I'm not going to do it. You're so tired of hearing about me chasing Willie and Willie down in the parking lot. I'm not going to do that.
Just don't give any of the kids grief for getting autographs.
No,
man.
I'm
We're
not.
doing it.
I told
young
you.
Joe was doing it.
I came clean. My dad said, we're in no hurry. If you want to go chase him around a little bit, I'm watching. You're safe. Go get him. And I did. Say, hey, Willie gave me he waved at me. That's all I needed, man. I was ready to go. Hey, Baptist Health South Florida. Got to talk about one of the great sports medicine programs we have anywhere in the country. What they have put together is all-starish good. Talk about the specialists they put together. Knee, shoulder, foot, and ankle, hand, back, hip, and knee replacement, Achilles. They've seen it all, man. Where do the pros go? I get that about every day. Enter Miami, the Heat, the Panthers, and the Miami Dolphins, FIU, FAU. All trust the great doctors, team doctors, and surgeons at Baptist Health South Florida. You throw all that in with all the great facilities they have in Dade and Broward County, man, we got you covered. From Doctors Hospital in Coral Gables to Hard Rock Stadium next to the training facility to 595 and Pine Island in Plantation. The Pineapple is alive and well with great doctors ready to make sure all of us, high school, college, professional athletes, and all the rest of us. You know what happens? You're competitive and play a little too hard too often, you get injured. That's just part of playing sports. Visit Supplementaldraft.net/ortho. One goal every day. One goal. It's about getting you healthy, back out playing the sports you love the most.
If it's going down, you know we on it.
and TuneIn apps.
This traffic report is brought to you by the Casino at Dania Beach, your home for watching the world's biggest soccer tournament live at Sunrise Stage. Watch the world's biggest soccer tournament live at Sunrise Stage at the Casino at Dania Beach. Enjoy every match, food and drink specials, free parking, and don't miss Fan Zone 305 July 11th. Experience the excitement all summer long at the Casino at Dania Beach.
All right, Joe, a few things we got to get everyone caught up on here. We jumped right into that interview with Clay McCullough there, but we do have some headlines for people that we would like to get. They are brought to you by Doral Kia in Miami at a Domino's game. You'll always find your abuelito, and whenever you want a low price, you save with your Pricito. Save now with your Pricito at Doral Kia. Headlines are, Joe, the Marlins unfortunately did fall to the Phillies 8-2, though. Try to avoid the sweep today, 105 from Citizens Bank Park in Philly. You catch the game on 5:60 a.m. And Messi did it again last night. A hat trick and a 3-0 win over Algeria.
Unbelievable.
And that ties him the most World Cup goals ever with 16 there.
The greatness just
He's oozing
incredible.
Greatness, yes. One more thing, a couple more things.
Woody, we don't do that very often. We say greatest of all time.
No, not often.
I guess they still argue this and debate this in soccer, but my God, man, to do this almost at 39. Anyway, what are you going to say, bud?
Anyway, weather is brought to you by Tornado Roofing and Contracting, helping homeowners stay safe this storm season. Visit tornadoroofing.com for a free roof and window estimate. You already know, man. I've been saying it all morning. It's going to be very, very hot today, and apparently the city is burning as well.
Hydrate.
Yeah. So air quality issues.
We got to get the Everglades. It's a little dry out there. Got to green it up a little bit. These afternoon rainstorms should help quickly.
Are all those snakes going to burn? Those giant snakes?
Oh, I don't know, man. That's a good point.
Yeah.
I don't know. Or do they? They seem to adjust to everything else. They must go. They go underneath it. I don't know. I have no idea, Woody.
You almost had me there, though.
No. I don't want to go too far.
Let's get people also their stock market report brought to you by Anna John Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733. I think there's some big news coming today in the stock market with the Fed and the rate cut or not cut or make it go higher.
I don't know enough about that stuff.
NASDAQ futures up.
I'm a dumbass.
Points.
I don't know.
Well, I think it means.
I know lower rates are better for all of us.
Well, not if there's high inflation, I think.
I
think it's like that's how they balance out inflation.
I don't know, Woody. I'm trying to pay everything off, man.
I'm an economy major, Joe, so.
Okay.
No, I'm just kidding. Not at all. But I think that's what it is. Anyway, the NASDAQ futures are up 100 points, Dow down 32.
All right.
So best of luck to all players there.
Yeah. Hey, you know the big winner is going to be when this World Cup is done?
The USA?
I don't know about USA yet. I know this is a really good team, and we wish them the best.
Fox?
No, Inter Miami is going to be the big freaking winner.
I didn't know what you were getting at.
No.
There. I know the USA is going to win the actual trophy.
I saw somebody text
Fox
in.
going to make a lot of money.
Somebody text in. It's true. There were more messy parties here yesterday. There were messy parties late last night all over this city and all over Argentina and probably some of the other places that he's played and some teams he's played on that appreciate what he did yesterday with the hat trick, 3 goals. Amazing. It's good for business for them. I can see the Moss brothers just going, hey, keep it going, man. We're looking smarter and smarter. And we extended that contract a couple years. Does that look like a guy that's ready to retire to you?
You know what it is? To be honest, it is cool to see him doing it on this stage, right? Because it's easy to say, he's playing against lesser competition in the MLS.
And he's not going to have 3 goals in a game like the first time he's ever done it, number one.
I mean,
but number 2,
if,
they're going to play against some really good teams coming.
Yeah, like I was going to say, I don't know if Algeria is a great program or not, but
I think everybody that's in this thing's okay. Ask Italy. They didn't make the tournament.
Well, I don't know that it works that way necessarily.
I don't know either, but
I'm sure there's some bad clubs out there.
I'm guessing everybody out there, it's got some good players. I'm guessing everybody playing in this tournament's got some guys on some good clubs.
This is like when we talk about, like when I say a guy sucks and you're like, nobody sucks. And it's like, yes, you don't. actually suck, like compared to other people, but compared to the other pros, you suck, right?
So I'm just watching. My eyeballs are watching, and I'm listening to these guys that are doing the pre and the post.
I like the Spanish broadcast.
I know
don't
you do.
understand it, but I do like it.
But they're talking about like France. That's a really athletic team. The second half, I don't know what's going on the first half. Second half, Mbappe's running around and finishing and some great shots, and it's gonna be fun, man.
Just hope he doesn't choke like Wemby.
Oh,
his other countryman, fellow countryman.
On Wemby.
I know.
Are we done dogpiling on Wemby? Now he's a communist and he was disrespectful.
I've heard that one, but dirty player for sure.
Dirty player.
He'll mature.
He's not very good so I always love this one. He's not very good. Really? He's not very good because of what just happened? He's got some growing up to do. There's no question,
he's
man.
Pretty good.
They got after him physically, and it affected him, and he did some cheap shots back, and he did some dirty things. But anybody listen to some of these guys say they wouldn't want him on their team. You sound stupid. There's no question about it. Hey, anyway, we got more stuff to get to. We're gonna have Joe Echeverria, the president and CEO of the Miami Hurricanes, is going to join us next. So stay with us.
The Marlins wrap up their series